fuck. The answer is no. Later.
Hello, chat.
Why didn't it update when it was off for like a long time? What the fuck? Why?
Did you have it off or in sleep mode?
Oh, I had it in sleep mode. God damn it. So I need to turn it off. The reason I keep it in sleep mode is because it keeps the windows all the right size for when we stream.
Windows Update is pretty picky.
Oh.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. It's Prince Division.
Prince Division.
I was thinking about what happened last time, and I just remembered the vision of Gibby and Brian on a little Vespa.
Yep, we fought the Chain Devil. And annihilated him.
You did, so that was concerning. I'm gonna have to up the ante a little bit, I think.
Lauren,
Really
ride or die,
spirit.
Gibby.
Really smashed that fight in the Tumpus.
Which we learned was a real word.
Smitched?
No, Tumpus. A Tumpus is a real thing.
I got
See,
on
now I'm going to have to find the definition.
I think Connor's on that. I hear him typing.
I can't find Tumpus. I do see Rumpus, which is a noisy disturbance.
I couldn't find
Well,
Compass either.
Well,
Which is what happens when you smash a Tumpus.
Did you get a rumpus?
I mean, unless you're combining Rumpus with Tookus. Tookus is ass.
Ah, there's the music.
When you smash a Tumpus, it causes a Rumpus.
A Tumpus, rumpus, among us.
Boom, doom, 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 doom.
I saw Connor vent.
Rumpus among us?
Yeah, I needed to put it in hashtag vent, though.
Someone in the chat said, "Oh, Arcolf, I missed your sultry, earth-shaking tones." It's Prince Division. We're back.
Woo!
It's been almost 2 months. It feels like that we are
The
back.
last one we did was September 20-something.
Oh my god, it's been
It was
so
towards
long.
the end of September.
No, the show is not canceled. Yes, we are in fact continuing. Clam yourself.
Woo!
I'm gonna go see when the last one was. I'm curious now.
Well, before you do that, where can they find you and what are you up to recently?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Arcolf. I stream when I can. On Mondays, you can find me on twitch.tv/Colonel Cheru, where I play the world's strongest martial artist high school girl and Satan. Then on Thursdays, it's also Colonel Cheru's channel with the Shadows We Cast, where I play an artificer that super buffs the party.
Yeah.
And then every other Saturday, you can find me here as Khel Zouren for the Prince Division.
And that's it.
Woo! Excellent. Bosco, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Bosco and at BoscoVM, both Twitter and Instagram.
Whoa!
He actually said stuff.
God.
Excellent. Sarah, where can they find you and what are you up to?
I'm on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E Willia. I shilled like last week. Do I need to shill again? I feel like I don't need to shill so much.
If you want to, go for it. Chill as much as you like, or as little as you like.
You deserve to be promoted and supported.
No, I'm okay. I did it all last time. I'd just be repeating myself.
Yeah, you had a whole lot of stuff, which was huge.
Yeah.
Between a rock and a hard head.
Hmm?
Sorry, I read a bit message. It was
Oh
funny.
no. Well, suppose then, Monty, we're gonna find you.
Hi.
What are you up to?
You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. I played Pokemon yesterday. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, I think it is. No one died yet, which was good. There were a few close calls, but we're good. I will be potentially streaming tomorrow. I haven't been feeling very well, so there's a chance I may cancel, but my hope is to stream tomorrow. More Pokemon. Also, this coming Thursday, there will be no Dungeon of the Mad Mage due to American Turkey Day. So I will probably be playing even more Pokemon. Expect a lot of Pokemon on my Twitch channel right now. I will also be uploading the parts to YouTube. I do have a YouTube, which is Monty Glue. And as well, you can catch me on Tuesday as Hierophant, the Warforged cleric over at Brett Ultimus's channel at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be playing in a D&D game there. It's a little short campaign, and we're all a bunch of holy paladin cleric people, which will be very interesting. So, yeah.
Woo. We were just shy of 2 months for Prince Division. Last one was September
Oh.
25th.
Damn, we were close.
Holy cow.
And yes, I also have an emote of Hierophant to celebrate the occasion. If you are subscribed to my my Twitter.
Subscuber. Indeed. I think that's everybody except for me. And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, youtube.com/Distortion Devil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. U.S. Central Standard Time. Check me doing all sorts of stuff there, including tomorrow, where I'll be playing the Banner Saga. Fantastic little game there so far. I get to do this voice a lot. Hello, it is me, Norwegian man. A very much Viking-themed game, and I'm very excited to continue playing it. But other than that, be sure to check out Dead House Sonata. They released some tech demos recently. Be sure to check that out on their YouTube channel. And also, if you are so inclined to gain access to the first and second ages, then purchase a Founders Pack with a link down below. And also, check out my DM's Guild, where later this month I'll be releasing the Barbarian Path of the Rampage, which is a ranged weapon-focused barbarian path.
Ooh.
Yeah. Other than that, only other people
Connor,
I'd like to...
you're quiet, people are saying, and I have you cranked
am.
up. Yeah, are you
That's
near your microphone?
Crazy. I sure am.
He seems all right to me.
Yeah, you're a little...
I'm sorry, the way you said that. Are you near a microphone?
What? Listen, I'm in a state right now, Bosco. I don't need your sass. I'm bumping you up. Are you adjusting settings, Connor?
If by people you mean Sergeant Tucker and only Sergeant Tucker, then maybe it's a them problem.
Maybe. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit, because some people are saying you could be turned up a little bit. We'll just do that,
Also,
and that's where we're gonna leave it.
Okay, I was facing away from my mic as well during some of that portion.
Okay, that was
but
probably
also,
why.
Also, now that they can hear me talk about our wonderful sponsor for this evening's escapades, Die Hard Dice.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Where is it?
Don't rush.
Oh!
You can do gentle dicing tonight.
Oh god! I just dropped something.
And that's what literally. You too can drop your dice on the floor with Die Hard Dice.
Or you
That's
could
right.
drop them in a beautiful velvety dice tray instead, if you like
That
the
is
dice
true.
and want them to keep their nice quality.
Magnetic snapping dice tray, portable, keeps your dice and your rolling surfaces safe for the years to come while you're playing
You
all
know
the
what?
tabletop games.
You know what? I feel bold today. I'm gonna pull up my dice rolling scroll that I know Bosco really likes.
Is that a bad thing?
Oh no, it's a good thing. Ooh, static.
Mhm.
Hello?
Someone
Hello?
was crackling.
Yeah, someone was crackling there. Was that Bosco? Bosco?
Definitely
Hello?
wasn't me.
Oh, okay. I'm
Hmm.
pulling out the dice scroll. I'm gonna be rolling on the dice scroll today.
Nice. You should use those rainbow dice that did so well for you last session.
Shut up, I hate you.
You mock, but those rainbow dice have hurt us before.
That is true.
Oh, believe me, I was on the boat. I know. That's why I take such satisfaction knowing she rolled like trash yesterday. Or Wednesday or whenever it was.
Garbage on Wednesday.
Numerous, and you too can roll like garbage with your Die Hard dice. And if you use the code unexpectable ! You can save 10% or no 15%. Now through December 20th, you can save 15% on your order at dieharddice.com. Get them while they're good.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
get
remembering
this.
when we played Valheim, you called that spear the Remus.
No, I called the harpoon gun the Big Remy, which is also what I call the harpoon gun in Halo Infinite. Every time I grab it, I'm like, go Big Remy.
I still have to give you the Remy sit-down gun.
You do need to give me the Remy sit-down gun, but you're supposed to do that in Alavast.
Kick down.
So now you have to find a creative way to give it to me so I can do that scene.
And speaking of giving it to you, we're going to give you some bits and subs now here, chat.
Did we give the chat the coupon code for Die Hard Dice?
Yes, it is unexpectable ! To save 15% on their order at dieharddice.com.
Hell yeah. Order now, too. If you're going to be ordering Christmas presents, now is the time.
That is true. That is true.
Christmas already. Ugh.
Well, not really Christmas already, but it's just shipping before it gets all backed up.
I'm just saying maybe the war on Christmas would be over if Christmas would stop its illegal occupation on November.
Ooh,
That's
oh,
true.
God.
Is that
Who
me?
is that? I think that was Connor.
I was just setting down something.
Oh, there's like a
Aw.
crackle noise, though, coming from your microphone. Someone's mic.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
Yep,
God.
it's Connor.
Yeah, it's Connor.
Yeah, it's me setting down something.
I wish we could just have 3 months of Halloween.
Yeah.
I would like at least an extra month and a half of Halloween. Can we have
Man,
Halloween
first-
until the middle of November?
If you've ever enjoyed Halloween, furries would make way more sense.
What?
Because you get to dress up in a costume and not have to worry about life and just scare things.
Right, what does it have to do with furries?
They wear costumes. They don't have to worry about life, and they scare. things.
Okay, that was a stretch.
Hey, come
I
on,
scare
do
things just by laughing.
do you
I don't
remember
need a
that?
costume.
you remember that episode of Gargoyles where it was Halloween and they got to walk around just as
Yes.
themselves? Because
Yes, it was a great
nobody-
episode.
Oh,
It was a good
yeah.
show.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was a good show until the third season.
Fair.
Mm.
Agreed, actually.
Third season got a little weird.
That's when the Thanatos Gambits became bullshit.
Yeah, and they went like back in time and shit. On the
Yeah, all you had
boat.
to say is there was time shit, and that would immediately make me go, yes, snort.
Well, there was time shit and fey fuckery.
Oh no, that was
God.
the second season. The third season was after they got back.
Right.
I liked the second season. They had
Second
so much
season was
interesting
good.
stuff happen.
Huck
With all
is
the-
one of the best characters in the
Oh
second
god,
season.
yes.
And you know who else is one of the best characters in the second season? All these bits and subs.
That's you guys.
Sure.
Yeah. X Wiley Willie, thank you for the 20 months. Vonavon, thank you for the 18 months of Prime. 18 months, that's a lot. A cat named Garbage, thank you for the 10 months of Tier 2. I can't believe Tannis has been stoned for over a month now. I want what he's having.
Over
Random
2
Man,
months.
thank you for the 20 months. Man of Many Faces, thank you for the 11
Can I
months.
interrupt real quick just for because I need? Sorry, Arcolf. This popped in my brain because I talked about Halo and the Big Remy. I've talked to multiple of my friends, like Helix and stuff. Everybody has said that the game is different and they're awful at it. So it's not just us. So I feel a lot better about the other night. It's just a learning curve.
Okay, so we're not shit.
It's not just
different.
us. The people who were like even better than us are like, no, this is different.
Okay, good. We're not
Yeah,
crazy.
so we're good. Also,
We
join
need
us
to
for
hit that
Halo
again
Night.
sometime.
Twitch.tv/Arcov.
No, twitch.tv/Edward Bosco.
No, Twitch.tv/Arcov.
Motherfucker, I will grab the Big Remy in-game and shoot you with it.
Motherfucker, I will donate 100 bits every time you do.
God damn it, now I can't do it.
Woo! Sorry, continue, Connor.
Indeed. Where was I? Sub Meow Sheen Gun, thank you for the 16 months. I'm so psyched for Prince Division to be back. I missed it so much. Like Tabuya123, thank you for the 20 months. Only one more month until I hit the magical 21 months. Thank you, Connor, for permanently altering the way I perceive that number. Sergeant Tucker, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros? Shrugs. The elephino. General Scott, 92, thank you for the 500 bits. Got to work my overnight shift soon, so I'll catch the VOD when I get home. Nice to see the Prince Division is back once again. A cat named Garbage, thank you for the 100 bits. Quick, Prince Division, say something wacky and funny. Bazinga. Cat named Garbage. Viridian Winter, thank you for the 100 bits. The officers are back, bitches. Caterpillar, thank you for the 16 months. The Sonic Geek, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. I like saving these for YouTube to listen at work. Glad to have the Prince Division back. Keep up the good work, everyone. Sloth 0130, thank you for the 100 bits. Dringer Roy, thank you for the 12 months. 1 year. Woo! Darkstar Dara, thank you for the 8 months. Hey Monty, I have my first sesh as a DM the same day as the last Prince Division, and I think I stole all of your good luck with my new Die Hard dice. I rolled a 5 nat 20s that night, while you got only 3. Game Master Ant, thank you for the 100 bits. Kicks down the door. Prince Division, nobody move! Flustered Bun, thank you for the 300 bits. So happy to see my favorite detectives again. Almost had a panic attack because some idiot on a bike decided to ride between my car and someone else's and then cross right in front of me after the light turned green, with no reflectors, wearing all black. I need a hug. Sorry to hear that happen to you. Sir Thomas Percy, thank you for the 20 months. I started painting Warhammer miniatures today. Give me D&D to purge the grimdark from my brain. Darkstar Dara, thank you for the 100 bits. Don't worry, I'm not playing tonight, so I can't steal your luck, Monty. Dreadlord Bedrock, thank you for the 20 months. Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm awash in ennui and malaise. What would cheer me up? Why not Die Hard Dice? Yes, Die Hard Dice, a specialty dice that can fulfill your gaming and emotional needs. Disclaimer, if you or someone you know is suffering from depression, please consult your doctor. Custom dice are not an acceptable treatment for depression. It is true. And they're also not edible.
Do not eat them.
Despite how delicious they may look, do not eat them. Robomom, thank you for the 100 bits. So thankful all of you are here. Some Thanksgiving bits. Jester Uzumaki, thank you for the 145 bits. Finally caught up with the Unexpectables and the Prince Division. Now to catch up with Roll With Me and start Gateway. By the way, I miss Monty's character on Roll With Me. Stormfox116, thank you for the 18 months. Back to Prince Division. I will miss Ravenloft, but I love this modern setting a lot. Yeah. Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 100 bits. Third seasons of Gargoyles is BS because they didn't bring back the showrunner or any of the writers. We don't acknowledge season 3.
Oh, is that what
Winter...
happened?
Sounds like a big oofer to me. Viridian Winter, thank you for the 100 or for the 10 bits. Poyo. A rousing round of Poyo for everybody. Hyena Snacks, thank you for the 69 bits. Anonymous, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to Grizzly Adams. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. Connor, the way you say 21 has bled into our Tomb of Annihilation game. It's too powerful. Ha ha ha! Ooh. Mythical Things, thank you for the 1200 bits. Back at it again. The Prince Division, this time Tannis. This time for Tannis to stop being stoned on the job and clean up his act. Mythical Things, thank you for the 12 months.
Connor, you need to fix your mic again.
What the fuck?
It's oh god, it's popping and crackling. Sorry guys, 1 second.
That fan art of Greckles and Kiwi standing next to each other just immediately made me think of Mordecai and Rigby from Regular Show. Same heights and colors too.
Oh my god. I like
It was
the
amazing.
I like the one of the sad like llama Greckles as a peacock crying in the rain.
Yeah.
All this art is so good. I always get excited to add it to the slideshow.
I miss doing
like
the
an-
art thing sometimes, but I remember I need that day for myself.
Yeah. We
Also
appreciate all the art.
rated.
We do see it all as well. And we're glad we're able to share it with everybody too. And again, if you're an artist and you want to send in art, like don't forget to link it on Twitter.
Yeah. Use the hashtag the Unexpectables.
Mhm.
Make it easier for us to see. Also, Pabusa Monkey, thank you for these 10 bits. I am suffering from a combination of my flu/COVID booster shot, and the only cure is the Ravens winning a football game, and I don't think it'll happen till tomorrow. I don't think it'll happen tomorrow.
You do realize that Mac had season-ending surgery, right? So we're banged up too. If Lamar Jackson plays, you guys might kill us.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Luke's just like for the not you. Thank you for the 17 months. Trying to spread Noel love. Remember to show your hungry yeen giggle dog people. Alawa Bingo, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, so hyped for my favorite cop show. Also, apologies for bringing up. Apologies for bringing up another D&D show here, but I wanted to say I only recently watched Roll With Me, and it was a delightful surprise to hear Monty for the first time on the show. Yay. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, hi guys. Bosco, you're Mad Wombat Man, thank you for the 16 months. 16 months of laughs and suspense. Love the stories weaved by Monty, Connor, and Bosco, as well as the character growth seen in the characters. Have a great session, everybody. And with that, I think we're ready.
Your check's in the mail. Thanks for lying to me.
Connor, I hate to be a jerk, but is there any way you could change your microphone to be louder? Because like I have you at 200% on my Discord, and I am still losing you like a sound in the background.
Yeah, let me try this. How's that?
Oh, it's better. Can you do it more?
There's a little more.
Oh, thank God. Can you just talk again?
Just talk again.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much. I'm gonna turn you down on the wallfly. I had you at 200%. I still couldn't hear you at times.
That's so weird. I didn't do anything with my microphone.
Yeah.
It's probably don't even worry about it. Sometimes it's Discord. It could be a lot of things.
Hey, we just got rated.
Whoa!
By fucking Mark. God damn it.
Aeon Protect Gaming, thank you for the rate of 15, and oh my god. Levi Ware, thank you for gifting 50 subs.
Who's
right
this
at the
mad
very
person?
end there.
Did he literally
Jesus.
just bring Pokemon to the Prince Division?
Pokemon and a Pokemon.
It's pronounced Pokemon. Believe me, they care.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I do dabble in the Pokemon.
Listen, you're gonna get me in trouble.
That's it.
Also, check out the new movie.
That's Octopimp's favorite Guilty Gear character.
Yes.
If
Pokemon.
Pokemon is
Yes.
suddenly Pokemon, that means that Khel is really strong. Dragon Ice type, no weakness.
Oh God.
Barry would like to have a word with you. Zobby could slap your shit.
But I'm friends with Zobi. He just hates Bryant.
Alrighty. Let's get into it.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Okay.
You're mean, Bosco.
Why? No, it's just there was sports talk, and I want to do that a little bit more.
Alright.
It's been a while.
So,
So when last we left our officers,
yeah, it's been a hot second. When last we left our officers, wow. I don't even know where to begin. Tannis, after cornering the murderers of Cody Mason in a underground bunker of a home, the party went face to face with a Medusa as well as a slew of stone cursed. After getting out of the encounter, they came to realize that Tannis had been permanently petrified by this Medusa, and the party had to find some way to cure him of this very unique affliction, which is very uncommon in the city. After following some rumors through the network of the Cursed Artists Collective, the party found a wayward soul in the name of Connor?
Dalcum Brassboot.
Yeah. Who took them to their friend Tank, who has the access to the spell required to reverse the effect of petrification upon Tannis. The only caveat to this, however, is a favor in kind, to which Tank had asked the party, along with Dalcum, to delve into the Catrail, deep into the Devil Demon Ward, where devils and demons still exist, in a particular section of Frank's auto shop, to collect the soul or heart of a chariot and bring it back and return it to them. After making a literal deal with the devil, the party made their way into this auto shop, killing the lemurs inside, the chain devil, and the spine devil that joined the fray later, and driving out with a Vespa in tow that seems to be as sentient as Dalcum Brassboots' own motorcycle. And as the party makes their way back into the underground, forgotten and abandoned subway rail system, we return now to the Prince Division. So, as you guys drive down the little tunnel, the little Vespa eventually comes to a gentle and slow stop and beeps excitedly with its little horn, like a beep, 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 beep.
I'm not sure. What's up?
It seems happy.
Oh, you're glad to be out of there, huh?
Beep, 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 beep.
Well, we're gonna get you back somewhere safe, okay? We just gotta get through these tunnels again, all right?
It hops up on like a wheelie and kind of does like a little spin and then comes back down.
I thought it was a scooter,
It's like a little Vespa scooter, yeah.
and it wheelied.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jostled us a little bit. Brian
never
gets
seen
dumped on
Fully
the
Cooley?
ground.
That's a terrible, terrible outfit.
Do not disparage Fully Cooley in my presence.
I'm not saying it's a bad show or a good show. I'm just saying I wouldn't use that for physics. That's like the worst show to use for like, this is how physics works.
Yeah, have you not seen Looney Tunes? Come on, boss.
Yeah, seriously, that's the real physics. Come on and slam.
Now I say, boy.
So do we
Of
just...
all the characters you could have done.
I say that's a joke, son.
Need y'all to roll for initiative, son? That is not Foghorn Lake.
I say that is a beholder there, son.
What's happening? This needs
That
to
attack
be
went
every
right
single
over your AC, just flew on over it.
So if someone wants to make a Foghorn Leghorn type Kenku for a D&D
God.
campaign, that would be
I'm in. I'm
hilarious.
fucking
Missed-
in. Give me a one-off.
It missed you, I say, it missed you by a country mile, boy.
Oh, God, now you're peeking, Connor. Jesus.
Well,
Do we just keep
Thank you.
going?
Just let's just keep going. We're
Can we
good.
just go through the
Keep going,
tunnels
yeah.
and not do
Lower yourself a
anything?
little bit, Connor. We'll figure this out. We're here with you, buddy.
great. Yep.
We should
I
probably
love
stop and say hi to
mic
Shepherd Cruel.
problems.
Oh, what'd you
It's
say?
the best.
Did you say Arcolf?
We should probably stop by and at least say hi to Shepherd Cruel.
No, fuck that guy.
I mean, if he's still there.
We gotta pass through his area. He was directly
Do
in
we
our
have
path.
to?
Oh, yeah, physically, that's the only path.
Yeah, we kind of have to go that way.
Fuck.
Hey, you liked him. You had a nice heart to heart.
You don't know that.
Yeah, but I know
played
it above game, so I can
Candyland
say it
afterwards.
above
Fuck up,
game.
Sarah.
I can say it above game. I can say it above game.
I will fight you.
You
I think
can't
any
do
goodwill
nothing.
there may have been lost once they played Candyland.
Yeah, don't remind me that I can't leave. Okay, that's messed up.
But I brought you food.
That's fair.
So you guys are gonna just keep going, no rest.
No, we got to get this cure.
Okay.
I mean, great. Now Monty says it. I'm like, do we need to rest?
Well, no,
resting
it's an
only-
option if you want
Resting
to.
only matters if you're a spellcaster, so most of us are fine.
Oh, okay. I love you, Monty, but I also don't trust you when you say things like that.
I'm just
That's
asking.
also why I suggested visiting Shepherd Cruel, because that's at least a safe spot.
Is it safe?
Well, we're going that way, so let's go Popeye say hi. Haha.
Okay. You guys hop on the little Vespa.
Olive oil.
Dalcum, you allow
Yeah.
them to ride. Oh God, it was Trish, right?
Yes.
Sorry, my memory again.
Doling out that
It's
stratisfaction.
been a while.
It has been a while, and I am on Advil.
It's time to rock and roll. This
All right,
time
you
I'll
guys-
make control.
Make make your way walking through the tunnels, kind of still rattling your brain around it. Those of you who are attacked by the chain devil, the wounds you sustained were quite vicious, intentionally so. There's a lot of stinging in the wounds. It doesn't seem to linger too long, but you're really glad you got out of that relatively unscathed for the most part.
It was literally only Dalcom. He was the only one that got attacked by the chain devil.
Yeah, none of us. That was not a problem at all, honestly.
I took a few from the spine devils, so.
Yeah. Same for
See
you
that?
then. The wounds fester a little bit, but they don't do any additional effects. It's just they sting a little bit more.
Trish helped me uppercut that guy's head off.
Oh.
Yeah, we sure showed him.
Beep beep.
Yeah, they are cool, aren't they?
As you guys make your way a decent while, probably a good few hours, the little Vespa is not as agile as Trish. It's also really banged up. Like a lot of the hubcap, like the cover for like the wheel and stuff are missing. There's rust in the most worst places. When you try and turn like the little steering handlebars, there's like something in it that's like making it not turn quite right. And there are times where you have to stop and like kind of lift it over some stones before you continue going. And it beeps pitifully when you do this, like a kitten being held by the scruff of the neck.
That image.
There's a junkyard from Brave Little Toaster this thing would fit right in at.
Oh no.
What do you mean? He's a good little Vespa. How dare you?
As you guys begin to walk, given your natural ability, Bryant, you begin to see some will-o-wisps just kind of gently, pretty scarce, but you do see a couple kind of begin to follow you guys. You know these guys are pretty tight. They're not going to do anything to you, but they just generally kind of curiously follow.
Copy that.
And as you
Look,
make your
Dalcom, it's your friends. Don't let them get in your beard.
as you guys are driving, some of them like rest on top of like the little light on the Vespa. Others kind of sitting also on the seat where there's free space, like little hitchhikers.
They're all right.
And as you guys approach, you begin to hear voices kind of echoing down the large cement tunnel, kind of warbled by the shape of things.
Multiple voices.
Mm-hmm.
What do we hear?
You don't hear anything from this position. You just hear the voices themselves up ahead.
Shall we proceed stealthily?
With a broken Vespa?
And a motorcycle?
We can try.
Why does everyone want to stealth with the worst equipment whenever I have Seriously! There are those of us that have disadvantage on these checks. Fuck.
Please
Cloak
say
and
it for my
dagger,
benefit,
motherfuckers.
Connor. Please say it for my benefit, Connor.
Say what?
You don't hear
You don't hear anything.
anything.
Is that from Gateway?
You gave Caitlin an existential
I do it.
crisis.
Yeah, I do it a lot.
Just so that people are like, what do you mean? Wait, I want to roll again.
Yeah.
You rolled a nat
really
20. I know
badly.
you did. You rolled a nat 20. Good for you.
Oh,
You don't
that's
hear
great.
anything.
All right, fine. We'll just approach all noisy and stuff.
Okay.
Guns blazing.
As you guys approach all noisy and stuff, you make your way forward and you notice currently kind of in the opening of this tunnel that leads into the bigger space, which you know is Shepherd Kroll's kind of lodging area that you guys stayed in over the night. You see two massive rats, like probably about the size of like a German Shepherd sized rats currently on their haunches.
Wait, what?
Sitting up with their backs
God.
turned to you, looking into the tunnel.
What?
Oh.
German Shepherd sized?
Yeah,
And
giant
they-
rats.
Talk?
That's not giant. That's massive.
They're not talking.
RUSs? I don't believe they exist.
Oh, no.
You hear the voices are still further off, but these two rats are in between you and those voices at the moment.
Are they
Are they
big enough
ignore-
that they're blocking the path?
They're not blocking the path, but they're just kind of standing there looking towards the sound of the voices.
Do they look like guard rats? Like, are they
Roll
guarding the area, or are they just wandering around?
Roll a nature check?
Why would it? What?
Are we all rolling that?
No, just Bryant.
All right. Go for it.
Sure. 5.
Damn, these are some well-trained rats.
Are they? Or are they just random ass rats? What a 5? I don't know. Also, you may want to click on Wallfly.
Oh, right, yeah. Thank you. There we go.
Okay.
As you guys approach, one of the rats turns, and as it turns, you see the eyes with the light of the will-o-wisp kind of reflect back into the sort of creepy pale green color. There's this dot in this massive black fur. It stares back at you, and like it reaches over to its buddy and kind of like, reaches out its little paw and kind of smacks its buddy, and the other one turns over and has similar but red eyes instead as they both turn and look at you.
Okay, that is very not rat-like. Rats don't shoulder tap their buddies. That's what do I roll to? What do I roll to incite the shoulder tap of a not rat?
Yeah, I wanted to insight too.
Go ahead, you two.
Can I incite the not rat?
Absolutely, go ahead.
All right, sweet.
It's
Gonna be a 4.
9.
Excellent.
Both of you look at each other. Both of you look at each other and go, "What the hell is in the water down here?"
I don't know. Probably the same thing that's in the LA water.
It's good to be back with the Prince Division rolls.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're back. I
These
thought
aren't
at
my
least Sarah would
rolls.
roll well because she rolls so bad on Wednesdays. I'm like, well, at least she's got our back on Saturday.
These aren't my rolls.
Ponder their intelligence. The green-eyed, really dark rat shifts, and you watch as their body kind of cracks and pops
Yup.
and transforms into that of a human male.
No.
Kind of hunched over, kind of glares at you and goes, "To whom are you allegiance lied?"
I'm gonna...
Collective stares at each other.
Yeah, we don't really have any allegiance. I mean, we have a
Yeah.
job, but it's not here.
Arcolf,
None of-
not Arcolf. Khel, roll a persuasion check.
Non-affiliated.
Zero charisma.
Awesome.
do
This
it.
will be great.
Nat one.
Nat 1!
Man.
It's Saturday, all right.
You watch as the rat kind of begins to like pant, like nervously, and looks at you, Khel, and goes, "It's a white drake, a white drake. We were warned. A white drake, a white drake." And the other rat kind of skitters, and they both dash off.
Oh.
Great. Awesome.
I'm
Hey,
not a Drake.
Let's just assume that they're scared and keep going. They're out of the way now.
Maybe. Maybe
Let's
we're going
just
to get
get the fuck
possum.
out of here before we find out.
Let's go. I want to. Do we check? Wait, can we check inside Shepherd? What's his face's house to see if he's here? Probably not,
As you
but-
guys turn into the main area that has light to it, you currently see Shepherd Cruel. He's standing there, and all the will-o-wisps, like a big conglomerate, like a crowd of them, are just behind him and just around him currently, almost like a bunch of kids looking over his shoulder. And you currently see those 2 rat things, which you now would know are wererats. The one wererat in his human form runs over, going, "They're here! They're here!" like screaming. The other rat goes running on all fours as fast away from you guys as possible, and they run up next to this kind of hunched over woman, very similar in nature, and she's got this long, really, really dirty, shaggy, like brownish blonde hair that runs down almost like I hate to make this reference, but Full Metal Alchemist, like the big brother, that dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
This isn't what's her face from the hut.
Fucking
we saw,
Nina?
right?
Sorry?
This isn't what's the fortune teller, right?
No, it is not. This is a
Okay.
completely different person. They're younger. They seem to be maybe mid-40s. And as she turns and stares at you, you see just an array of freckles on her face, but also a lot of dirt. And she's got these 2 kind of slightly pointed front teeth that kind of just slightly creep out from under the lip. And she turns aggressively towards you and kind of brings out her claws. You watch as Shepherd goes, no, they're with me. And she immediately relaxes and kind of goes, "You could have warned me, at least. She seems very on edge at the moment as you guys make your approach.
Hello,
Shepherd Crow.
I am Khel Zouren. It is nice to meet you.
I was warned. I was warned. They told me. I told you, Shepherd. I told you as well. There was a white dragon, and he's the one who watches the skies. And I warned you not to associate with any of them. I warned you. She kind of snorts, and Shepherd Cole kind of turns and goes, you might want to listen to what this one has to say. She's kind of well known around here, a information broker. She just came from Catrail and might have some news, which could be important for you.
Yeah, sounds like they were looking for you.
Anyone who has gifts that aren't so coveted by your kind. And she turns and looks towards Gibby and Bryant a little bit.
You said a white dragon?
Yeah. Beck and call to the tower in the middle of town, or city, or big.
You were talking about Zugan.
I knew it.
There are names bouncing around, and there's more and more adding to the pile as time goes on. And if you're not friends, you are foe. And if you are foe, you are dead. And I do not wish to be dead, and nor do I wish to be friend nor foe. I wish to be simply Curse a Plague Ton. That's all I wish to be.
We are not aligned with the tower.
Well, that's good.
If anything, you could say we're enemies. We're
Well-
diametrically opposed to it.
Well, then that's bad. They're
What
there
did you say
now.
your name was?
Curse a Plague Tongue.
Oh, that is such a lovely name. It is nice to meet you, Curse.
Roll a charisma check.
And for the record, I am only loosely affiliated with these people.
13!
That's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
As you say that, you see her kind of like bring her two pointer fingers together and kind of like fidget with them a little bit and goes, nice to meet you as well. They sent a drow in. They sent a drow into the cut trail, recruiting again, more and more going, more and more appealing. They bring gifts and food and respect, that which we do not have down here. It's a problem indeed. For soon when this place runs empty, there will be no food for us.
So the tower is trying to recruit.
Has always been for many, many times now, and more success does he yield, and more success he yields does the ire of the great things that be brim down upon us and will bring us doom no matter which we choose. That is why we choose nothing. And the other rats kind of nod.
So something that doesn't like the tower is in play too?
Yes, the dragons. And the Orc King, and the man with who can control the weather, and the people and the humans, they all control everything, and to which the tower is using antagonist B. And though he be right, he plays upon those who worries about those things so much. This wererat is very like pacey.
Oh, so she's a wererat too.
Yeah, she is. Oh, absolutely. You look at her and she's got longer fingernails. And, like, she's got the teeth. You definitely can tell. Like, this is, like, a group of about 3 were-rats who seem to be maybe living down here.
Are these people gone now?
No, recruitment is still going. And the recruitment will crouch farther and further in. Maybe to the surface. Maybe to where you've been.
Well, I meant right now, but...
Yes, now. Now, and longer maybe even still.
Well, I mean, I'm asking, are the people, the dragon and whatnot, are they gone? Like, are we going to encounter them if we leave?
Oh,
Great.
I can't answer that. I don't know.
I mean, you do, but
I do, but...
You're not telling us.
yeah.
What does the tower want them to do? What are his plans?
War. A change. The status quo flipped upside down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps it's just a lie. Those lies come about so often by so many others.
Lies?
I don't know a lot about the tower and stuff or what's going on up there, but isn't that weird? Like, not normal?
I mean, the tower being back right now is already not normal. It's typically gone for much longer.
You would know.
weird stuff is going on. We really need to report back.
I'm getting the fuck out of town.
They sent a drow here, but it doesn't smell like a drow. It smells like something else. That is the one who speaks to the leaders of the cut trail. That is the one who has made them hear the things they wish to hear and bring promises that they actually brought to fruition, albeit temporarily. But I'm smart. I don't trust such things. The Baron tried to do such things before, and those who know who were not that of orcish blood knew better.
Well, what's the plan, guys?
I mean, for now, we should get back to what we were doing. We're not gonna do anything with one person down, anyhow.
Right, your friend Tannis. We should probably finish up this job.
Shepherd Cruel.
Yes.
If the exit to the Catrail is not apt right now, are there any other points that access the surface we could use instead?
It might surprise you. I don't go to the surface very often. Oh, man. The only way I can think of is the way you came. Everywhere else, I don't know. I mean, it could be more dangerous in the end, but...
Do they know your...
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do they know your faces? Like,
yes,
you say...
of course they do.
Oh, good.
Tannis's brother's one of his bodyguards.
He just sort of goes slack-jawed at that.
I'm picturing Costumier at the fair, just that.
And you're saying that you're not with him? And you watch as the wererats all now hide behind Shepherd Cruel along with all the will-o-wisps at this point.
Man,
we
this...
are the Prince Division. We oppose the tower.
But you died. You died when he came out the first time.
We are new hires? We know about the predecessors dying. We just don't know the how.
I saw it. I saw it.
You did?
I did.
What did you see exactly? What happened?
5 people fighting. So strong. And yet they couldn't hurt him. Not a bit. Not a bit. But then something changed. He just was unwell out of nowhere. Just curled in like a ball, like a dying animal. And then a loud noise. And it was gone. It fled. I think. I don't know.
But they were all dead when he left?
Just one. One was alive. The one that made the loud noise.
What did this one look like?
Kind of, you watch as the red kind of looks through for you. Like him, but fatter, more well-fed.
Captain Roche. He mentioned something about shooting the tower again. So he did something last time that he need to speak to the captain.
But that didn't why. That's not why he curled into a ball. He did it afterwards. And when that happened, then it fled. It has never shown fear. I've heard stories. Never shows fear. Can't die. Nothing can kill it. Why does it run? Why?
It did that in response to a sound, you said?
Don't know. We are not made to serve. Shepherd Cruel, we are not made to do such things. You see Shepherd go, oh no, it's okay.
I'll gingerly approach. Sorry, we're distressing you. You wouldn't happen to know an alternate way out of these tunnels, would you?
Our friends might. Our friends have good ears and eyes. We wait for them now. They return for Catrail, perhaps find us a way out.
All right. Is gold of any use to you?
No. Food? You have food?
Oh. Want a burger?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You watch as the 3 wererats just kind of come up to you and kind of look expectantly.
I pull out one of my rations, which is a hamburger.
Okay, you watch as the rats kind of take it, and they with their really long nails like kind of saw through the burger and split it 3 ways.
I check my hands for any cuts or anything.
No, you're fine.
It's the last thing I need is to become a wererat right now.
Shepherd Cruel kind of runs a hand over his like bandaged face and kind of goes, "This is a strange development." It kind of turns towards us. She goes, "I hate to say it, but it doesn't feel like this is far too much of a coincidence in some ways."
That means it's not.
I don't believe in coincidences anymore.
If it has never shown fear or pain and cannot die, yet it curled up like a dying animal and then fled, and it's back sooner than ever before, then something has changed. Intrinsically. We need to figure out what that is. We need to speak with the captain when we can.
Yeah.
We need to get you out when we can.
How long do you think your friends will be, Miss Kersey?
Don't know. Hopefully they're not caught. No rat catching today. I can only hope and pray to the gods of the rats. Please, no.
So I think that means we're stuck here until they get back.
We could go out the way we came, but I think it'd be safer if we could take a different route.
And now, I know you appreciate me helping you and all that. And, this has been fun and all, going on a big old adventure to save some big heroes and stuff. But, and I mean this in the politest possible way, I don't want to be seen with you guys by the minions of a tower.
We understand. She steps up and actually just gives him a big hug. Thank you for coming this far.
Yeah, sure thing. They'll pat her back.
Sibling hug.
You watch as Shepherd Cole turns back to the Will-O-Wisp and goes, "Fan out in all the tunnels. Try and find an exit if you can." And you watch as they all kind of just like fireflies just all dissipate. For now, let us calm our nerves and see what we have to work with. There might be some old maps of the tunnels before their collapse. I'll see if I can dig through and find any more, similar to the one that I gave you.
Thank you.
Yeah, if there's any way I can help, I'll come along too.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I would like everybody, for me, to make a survival check. Just a base survival check.
Could I roll intimidation instead?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, guidance on Gibby.
Oh, thank you. Yay, survival. Okay, it's not bad.
17.
Roll. It's been a while.
Oh, I thought you were rolling intimidation.
1d4.
No, that'd be
17.
dumb. Why would I do that?
18.
Nice.
And that is 6.
Thank God for Gibby.
So, with the survival check and looking at the surrounding area, you guys are currently at a rail switch. This is what this location is. And after finding some really old maps and kind of flipping through them, you get the sense that there easily could be a way out of here, but the collapses does make it very dangerous. The tunnel you guys had come from, Devil-wise, was one of the more reinforced tunnel. The rest of them are mostly maintenance tunnels, but there is a flood tunnel that you could potentially find nearby that could lead you to the surface via a manhole cover. Now, getting a motorcycle and a Vespa through there is going to be a bit of a fucking nightmare, but it could be possible if you can convince the wererats to help you, because they could easily help get it through the tunnels. You basically have a bunch of lackeys to carry them out if necessary.
Oh, boy. Yep, gonna look at that and sort of bite my lip and turn to the wererats. I hate to ask for anything, but we stand a better chance getting out of here if you might help us.
You wish to be part of the Rat Pack.
Is there an honorary status?
Half rat pack. And they kind of smile, and you see like these the normal human teeth and these long little two front teeth.
What's that entail?
You have to give us food, and we'll help you. But not until our friend returns.
Oh yeah. I can try. I look around. Does anyone else have food?
I reach in my pack and I pull out another burger.
Yes! You watch as the rats just descend onto the burger.
Ah, okay.
Whisper to Dalcom. Thank you.
Yep.
How much were those? I can maybe give you money back.
That's all right. Money from this job will more than make up for losing a couple burgers.
As you guys are having this conversation, you do see a very large, like, white rat with red eyes kind of skitter from the place in which you would be heading back towards, very quickly being followed by probably about 15 will-o-wisps in an equally quick fashion. As Karsay, the seems to be not really the leader, but seems to be the talking piece of this group, kind of perks up, and they kind of greet you all in a sort of circle area in the middle of this rail switch yard. They've returned. Speak your words. And you watch as the form shifts into a very, very stringy-looking male. He has, like, he's very tall, like, probably about 6 feet, but hunched over, like, even 6 feet hunched over. Thin, long limbs, and he's got this curly white hair and these piercing red eyes. And as he kind of appears, he kind of looks and goes, "Who are these ones?" And you watch as Kersey just goes, "They are friends. They also do not wish to serve." And you watch as the larger, taller, leaner, very young-looking wererat kind of looks over and goes, "Well, their search takes them deeper into the tunnel. Their purpose that still be determined, be it something of a mentioning of family."
Oh, damn it.
Something about 16 families.
Oh,
Turn to
16 families? Is that what you said? Sorry, I'm just
The
making sure I heard.
I heard we searched for, and then there was not too much noise in 16 families. And you watch as Shepherd Cruel kind of stiffens at that.
Yeah, I'm looking at him being like, Shepherd Cruel, are you gonna be okay?
I thought I was.
Maybe you should come with us?
Yeah, maybe I should.
Is the tower aiming to usurp every region of the city? Because that sounds like he's going after Casmodius too.
It's not like he...
Recruitment is underway. Many have agreed. A drow came, but this one smelled of spider silk and blood.
Spider silk. Why do I know that?
That is the drow, the blood trade.
Not really.
Just sort of plugs his ears.
Was it not? Didn't we hear something
not...
about spider related?
The widow.
There's Spider
The
Drow.
widow.
There's the widow, yeah, but Drow generally have a spider as theme. It doesn't indicate that they're part of any blood trade. There'd be other markers or titles regarded to that.
Well,
the
at
reason
any
I thought
rate.
blood trade is because they smelled of blood.
Spider blood, not human blood.
Oh.
Spider blood. Huh.
You watch as the white curly-haired rat guy keeps going, and he goes, "Of the 5, 4 agreed, and now they leave the trail in great numbers. Perhaps you could sneak by in the chaos, but they are searching, actively searching, and the drow is not natural. It is wearing drow skin, but is not drow. I know it for certain. The smell is not mistaken."
He thinks that tunnel is probably our best bet.
Yeah, we need to go.
We need to collapse tunnel and then escape another way.
So you'll help us?
Of course, we do not serve.
Oh, thank you so much. Shepherd Cruel, you'll come too?
He seems like shaky at the moment. I have lived here my entire life.
If they find you, You may not live much longer. But if you come with us, you could see Lady Odelia. Perhaps find refuge with her.
Roll a persuasion check.
Good shit, Arcolf.
9.
Damn it.
I will see you to your exit, and I will think along the way. Come on, move. Let's go. I have you, and he points towards you, Gibby. Do you have, what magical powers do you have?
I have some attack spells. I have Mage Hand, Prestidigitation. I can do minor illusions. I can detect magic. And I can speed people up, as it were.
Do you have anything explosive, massive?
Above game. I did, and I switched it out.
Oh, fuck.
That's
I
okay.
have-
That's okay.
I have Scorching Ray.
That should work. I think I have... Oh, boy. He kind of rubs his temples. I have something that might help us, but we need to make sure that we don't bring the roof on top of ourselves.
Oh, so something more controlled, maybe?
Yes, but
I
I would
can-
like to help it if we can.
I
I can
cast
summon a
Firebolt.
giant ice cream cone.
That's not gonna... Well, can you eat it?
It is good at smashing things.
Okay, that could work. That could work.
I can also, I make electricity spark through my hand. I can do this for my hand, just more controlled.
We might need to siphon gasoline from the vehicles. And you see the little Vespa go beep beep and like kind of scoot behind you, Dalcom, and Trish like kind of aggressively. We're gonna set a charge. We're gonna collapse the tunnel there that leads to the cut trail and cut it off.
Monty, above game. With what explosives?
That's the question, isn't it?
We don't have sure, we have gasoline, but we have nothing to combust.
That doesn't mean that Shepherd Cruel doesn't.
Okay.
He's obviously got some kind of plan. Let's run with it.
All you
All right.
really need is fuel and a container which can be sealed, so that the pressure inside can supersede the containers.
Oh, we've got fuel.
And I've got something that'll go bang. I think... Carsey, find us our way out of here, somewhere not to where they came from. No demons or devils. They will be attracted to her like a light. And one of the Ratfoot goes, yeah, we noticed. Bryant, I need you to help me with something.
Bryant will salute half-heartedly and go wherever he needs him to go.
Siphon out the gasoline. Try and find a place where the stone is loose in the ceiling, and we'll collapse it. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna throw up. He just walks into his living space.
Man, Shepard's a bitch. All right, do we have a container for the fuel?
Do you?
That's what I'm asking. Is like
You're with
he's-
Shepard. Everybody
I-
else is getting the gasoline now. You need to help Shepard. He can't do it.
Oh, I thought he was asking me to siphon the fuel.
No, he's asking everybody
Oh.
else, and you're with him.
Got it. Okay, then I guess I'm following him. Did they have a container to siphon the fuel?
I don't know. I don't imagine I would have like a gas canister on me, would I?
You would have an emergency one in like your little hatch storage. It's not big, but it would definitely facilitate.
Woohoo!
I got this. I just need to siphon it out.
Trish seems a little upset by that notion.
I know. It's been rough for both of us. But if we're gonna get out of here, not get chased down by the tower, then, well, we're gonna have to bear with it.
Bryant, you are led into Shepherd Cruel's home, and he takes you into kind of like the main control area that he's repurposed as sort of a bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And as he takes you in, he takes you over to a locker that has a padlock on it. And you watch as he shakily takes it up in his hand and begins to gently unlock. And as he takes off, it's like a school locker lock.
Mm-hmm.
He opens it up, and on the inside, you see what appears to be like some clothes, a couple swords, and what appears to be a military like ammunition box.
Like with bullets, like a hard
Well,
metal container containing bullets, or is it like explosives in there?
You watch as he uncovers it. He pulls out what looks to be 2 grenades.
Okay.
And he pulls out a singular charge, like an explosive charge, and sets it down.
Like C4 grade?
Probably. You're not quite sure.
Okay. I'm just curious about him because I like blowing things up.
I found this in the tunnels when I was younger. People used to use this location as a drop-off spot to pick up illegal weaponry. I may have kept 1 or 2 things in case of such an emergency like this. But it's human technology that I don't know how to use, as I've only lived down here forever.
I got it. I've seen this shit on TV before. Give me the shit.
Okay, just be careful. I know it's dangerous.
This is always how the action movie reaches its fucking climax. I'm gonna take the explosives back towards the rest of the gang.
And we're trusting Bryant with this.
You don't know that I don't know.
There's 2 grenades and there's 1 charge. You're not sure what the power of it is, but it is
but I know what they do on TV.
Yep.
I do have an idea that could help weaken the tunnel.
I'm all ears.
Well, we once used a combination of my ice breath with Gibby's fire to destroy another structure. Could I use my ice to freeze it, then Gibby thaw it out with the fire to weaken it?
This will not only work on metal. We're dealing with concrete and rebar up here.
Rebar is metal and concrete itself is susceptible to water damage.
That is true.
Especially as the ice expands, it fills in the cracks and pushes the concrete apart.
How many times can you do that?
I can do the frost breath just once.
I can firebolt as many times as I want.
And I have a sledgehammer.
That does help.
And I have an ice cream cone.
Okay, give it a try.
Where should I do it?
Where you need to find a place where the ceiling is the weakest. Down that tunnel.
Okie dokie. And we'll start walking.
All right, roll either an investigation check or perception check of your choice.
Yeah.
You cannot assist on this roll. You guys will have to all make your own unique rolls if you wish to do so.
Kel's got
Okay.
it.
Come on, that was nearly a 17. Roll 20. 10.
If I went with him, can I go too?
Yep.
Here we go.
Okay.
12.
Dalcom, are you
I'm
going with them with your sledgehammer?
If I'm on siphoning duty, would that occupy me, or could I? Because I would if I could.
Because Trish listens to you, albeit a bit grumpily, I will say that as the random military weapons that Shepard has managed to collect finds your hands, you managed to do so.
Okay. I will roll investigation.
Guidance on Dalcom.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck you, roll 20.
Here.
Fuck over Dolcom
That's a
now.
9
Plus
21.
3. 13.
Woohoo!
As you guys go into the tunnel, everything looks really run down, but finding the actual structural damage is difficult amidst just the, superficial, like, general concrete damage and, like, growing mold and moss and electric wires kind of popping out in places uncharged. But eventually you do find a crack, a very significant crack in sort of a main, what's the term for it? It's like an
Support pillar.
archway. Yeah, like a support pillar archway.
Oh, beam. Got it.
Yeah, there's a beam. You find the beam, and it is in bad condition, but it is still holding true, and it would probably hold true, but with the right agitation, that looks like your ticket.
Methinks it is time to get frosty.
All right. Well, I don't want to be anywhere near this thing when it goes. Oh, also probably goes without saying that this process is going to be loud, so we need to move immediately when this is done.
Don't worry,
Yep.
I can cast from a distance.
All right,
I-
everyone stand back. I don't want you getting cold.
Wait, Shepherd Cruel kind of stops. Here's our plan for this. So, I gave Bryant some objects. Bryant, do you show them the objects, or are you just holding on to them?
I'm
right
holding
now?
them in the box.
Okay. There's a thing in there that has a remote control. I don't know if that's going to work. So the backup plan is to use a trail of gasoline instead.
Okay.
So what we do is we ice it, we fire it, we okay. Oh jeez, oh man. This is how I see it in my head. And you guys can tell me if this is correct or not. Because again, I've never left before. We set the charge underneath. We ice it, we fire it, then we set up the gasoline, make a trail, get as much distance between us and the explosion, light it as far distance with your fireball as possible, and we beeline it out of here as quickly as possible.
All right.
That sounds good.
If we
I
need
know the
some more
roads.
tunnels, if we need more tunnels to go, he looks towards you, Bryant. We have some backups, but I don't know how reliable they are.
Okay, so hold on above game, because Bosco is trying to picture this in his head. Icing makes sense because expand the concrete, and then if you heat it quickly, you'll fuck it up. Hence explosion. What is the gasoline for? It's just
The
to send a...
gasoline is to set off the explosive charge while we're far away from it.
In case the remote doesn't work, because
Oh, that's in
it's
case the remote
old.
doesn't work.
Yeah,
How high
'cause
is the ceiling that we think this gasoline is going to trail up there?
the charge is going on the ground.
It doesn't have to go up the ceiling. It just has to go.
Don't
to
we
the
have to
pillar
collapse
where-
the ceiling to close off the tunnel?
We do, but the explosion's going to go off the ground. So you have to weaken the ceiling. That way the explosion from the ground will actually affect the ceiling.
That
Oh,
sort of
I thought
pressure
you were gonna-
wave and shock wave in an enclosed environment such as this tunnel, that's probably going to collapse a massive amount of it when it goes off.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is a bad idea,
It's a
but it's
terrible
our only
idea.
option.
All right, go for it, Khel.
All right. Shepherd Cruel will set the charge.
Khel is going to look up at the crack, unhinge its jaw, and spew forth the cold breath that he never uses.
Okay, and you watch as the frost hits the cement. You hear kind of like there's already water on it. You can already hear like that sort of high ringing screeching noise of the expansion of water. And you watch as it's completely icy and frozen above you. It doesn't leave much of like a residue, like it's not like ice cubes, but it is extremely cold.
Okay, Gibby, it is your turn.
All right.
I will back up a little bit because, you know, close quarters for this doesn't work well. 15.
Okay, easy enough. It's a giant wall. You thrust your hand out, and you throw out about probably 3 fireballs, I'll just say, for the sake of brevity. And as they do so, you feel like kind of warm and hot water kind of drip onto your face as you do this. And you see as some of the stone actually kind of gently crumbles next to you. And you'd even see there's more bigger chunks of rebar you can see within this tunnel, but it is definitely straining now.
All right, ready for the gasoline.
And you watch. Dalcom, you got it?
Yep.
This is actually sound because the more concrete we break away from the rebar, the less structurally sound it is, so it is weakening it. Like my explosives and construction knowledge is coming in handy here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I hate to confess, I've never blown something up. So...
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get a clear idea of what we were doing, because I'm like, wait, how is the physics
So if someone
of this
if someone's
gonna
gonna at me with science, I'm sorry. I failed science class. Just
Oh, no,
listen,
don't
most of my
worry, I
science
got you
knowledge about
covered.
blowing stuff up is from like Mythbusters and shit, so I feel you.
Yeah.
Whereas I have actual demolitions experience, along with construction rebar and all that.
yeah. Generally, if you
You've
if
never
you take
had
out
mayonnaise of all the fucking things.
if you generally take out a support beam, bad things happen, and it's a good way to collapse a thing. So
I was less concerned about the explosion doing the damage. I was more concerned about the parts of it that would come down and how extensive that would be, because where you place the charge is extremely important.
So, yep. That's why we got the train.
That's why I was like, is it on the ground or is it on the ceiling? Because ceiling will destroy less.
I'm going to assume Shepherd Cruel knows what he's doing.
he seems nervous, but he's like, the amount of gasoline you managed to procure from Trish gives you about a decent amount, probably about 80 feet length of gasoline trail. As
Okay.
you drop the final little drop out and kind of put it over and load up Trish. And Trish at this point are ready, and the wererats are currently in a different corridor and are kind of like ready to like get you guys out. Like lead the way.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so are you guys gonna try and use the charge remote, or are you guys gonna have Gibby just fireball
I think the
gasoline?
remote was the safe play first because we can get out of range, and then if it doesn't work, then you use option B.
I'm gonna ready myself up in case that charge doesn't
Because
go.
technically, we can save the gas, and we don't have to put it on the ground until we know it doesn't work.
There
We've
is
already
also
trailed
another
the
wrinkle.
gas.
If the remote doesn't work, we may have to reapply the gas because gasoline evaporates very quickly.
That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't be
Yeah.
putting down the gas until we know that's what we're using.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you guys can save the got and hold on to
alright.
it.
Okay, so we should try the remote first, and then lay the gas and immediately light it.
I'll just have it.
All right, let's try it. Try it then.
All right, go ahead for me, Bryant, and roll me a percentile die. If it's above a 50, the remote works and goes off. If it's below a 50, the remote is broken and it will not work.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
come on! The
You-
48!
Hold your breath and you hit it down the button. It's dead. It doesn't work.
All right, get the gasoline. Go, go.
All right.
Are you kidding me?
Fuck off, roll 20.
Seriously.
That was a 48, by the way.
That's what I said, yeah. Fucking...
Yeah, just all right, I'm getting the gasoline and I'm trailing it up, brother.
You hear a sad rev come from Trish.
I know.
We tried! Shut the fuck up, Trish! Damn it. It's not my
Hey,
fault.
do we mean to my motorcycle?
I'll be mean to your motorcycle above game. Fuck Trish.
Trish is
Damn
Do
it.
we mean to my motorcycle above game?
Yeah, she wasn't nipped. She can hear you anyway.
All right.
The fuck? That was outside my bedroom window. What the fuck? The fuck is
Trish hires
happening?
a fucking sniper.
She's got just a motorcycle.
Say that
with a
again,
sniper
Bosco.
rifle
I
on
fucking
it.
dare you.
Dalco,
yeah.
while you are pouring out the gasoline, please roll a perception check for me.
I knew it. Fucking knew it.
Holy perception.
Here's the one.
Don't say that. 16.
It's
Fucker.
As you are as you are pouring out that last little drop of gasoline and you look down the tunnel, you can see just barely a light, like a flashlight light, coming about, and you can kind of hear very far off the sounds of probably at least 5 or 6 voices.
Talcum just sucks in his lips and tries to pour faster.
And all right, you guys pour out the gasoline and the voices are getting a bit louder. What are you doing next?
Lighten it, Gibby.
I'm running the fuck away and letting Gibby light it up.
I'm not taking any chances. Scorching ray.
Okay.
23.
23 hits. As you guys turn the corner to make your way out, and Gibby, you stand at a far distance, 120 feet away, and throw out your scorching ray. You watch as leading this pack of about probably 20 drow, this female woman, this drow woman, turn the corner. And as you light up the fire and the gasoline erupts into flame, you watch as her form shifts into what could only be described as, I don't even know how to really explain this thing. It's like a massive phlegmy looking tree.
What? Wait, is that a? That's not a. Can I roll religion on that or something on that?
That is a religion or an arcana check.
I'm gonna do both the same. I hardly ever do religion. Let's see what happens. 22.
22. You watch as they're like running, and as they see you, they begin to run. But as they see the fire, you watch her shift her form out and kind of grow in size. And it looks like a large, almost like just disgustingly covered yellow Icarus tree, like with these sort of spider-like limbs that come out. And you've heard stories about these. These are yuckles.
Yuckles?
Yuckles.
Yuck. Yuck.
Because whenever you see them, you say,
Yuck.
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 Yeah.
It's a yuck, lol.
A
Yuck.
yuckle.
Lol.
Oh, I don't know how to spell it. Okay.
It has no physical form. It has like a gaping, like fleshy mouth, and it has a singular, massive red eye in the center that just immediately catching the fire stares at you, looks down to the fire and stares back up. And all the rest of you, as you see and you can hear and see the flames, you hear Shepherd Crew roll out, "Make sure to keep your mouth open! Run!" As a massive explosion occurs right beneath that cement, and the ground begins to give way. I need everybody to roll initiative for me.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
11.
7.
Natural 20.
Natural
Ooh.
20. Very good.
Oh, shit. You know what? Actually, that wouldn't have worked. Never mind. I was going to be mad at my stone cunning again. 9.
Last place.
Oh, not this music again. It makes me anxious.
I know.
Last place is the best place.
Powerpuff Girls ass song.
Okay. So we have a... Oh God, good job, Khel.
We are running, right?
Yes.
So this is just like dash actions the game.
I think we're booking it the fuck out of here as fast as we
Yeah.
can.
So as long as this thing comes down, we're good.
I mean,
I'm imagining this as I'm imagining this as a Cave of Wonders situation.
Yeah. No. Let's just get.
We
the
have to
fuck
deal with
out.
obstacles.
Yeah. Let's just get the fuck out.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for... what's your dexterity? Okay, your dexterity is that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I roll for Shepherd Cruel. Oh, he actually rolled a 16. As the concussive explosion goes off, you feel your lungs just boom very quickly. As the charge goes off, you hear the crumbling sound of concrete as the entire roof above caves in. But it caves down a little bit wider than expected. As Gibby, you kind of have to go into a full nosedive onto the ground. The rat folks call it, "Hurry, hurry, this way!" Khel, it is now your turn. It seems as though the tunnel behind you has fully collapsed.
Oh, thank God.
And there's nothing following us immediately?
I still
Not
think
that
we
you
need to
know
run.
of.
I mean, yes, we're
But
running, but
as you look up at the ceiling, you notice this trail of cracks now following along a fault line above you.
it's like the ceiling's gonna collapse on us like I feared.
Alright, then while I'm still around everyone else, I'm going to, hold on, does this affect a... Oh, good! Second level bless, so I can bless
Thank
4 targets.
You.
Nice.
This will be on Dalcom, Gibby, Bryant, and...
Shepherd.
yeah, Shepherd Cruel. Khel will not be blessing himself this day. And then I suppose I'll just move my full 30 ahead.
All right, you take off dashing the full 30 ahead, making your way near the rats into this tunnel that they've managed to kind of salvage out. It is very gross. The moment you kind of go through the hole and kind of push your way out, you're immediately met with kind of this kind of gummy water. It's almost like a gasoline oil sort of mix, but it doesn't, it's got the consistency of those things, but doesn't appear to be one of the things. It's just like old, gross water that probably just has like scum on the top.
That's
You
my
actually don't
turn.
need them anymore.
I'm so happy that Rex blessed Shepherd.
Yep,
Makes me happy.
was already intending it.
Yep, nope, makes me happy. I'm a happy person. It's the little things.
All right, that ends your turn.
Yep.
It is now Shepherd's Cruel's turn. He is going to take all of his action and movement to dash and follow you down the tunnel. That ends his turn. Gibby, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'll take my full dash movement too.
Okay. That brings us to Dalcom.
You said I can't use Trish here, right?
You can, yeah.
Oh well, then I am absolutely booking it as fast as I can on Trish.
All right, you mount onto Trish and you drive off.
Oh wait, do the rats have the moped?
No, they do not.
Oh, what's the moped? Because we wanted their help because they could take him.
They have to take it up a ladder for you to get it out of a manhole.
You still have
but
the moped.
Oh,
you
I'm
still
sorry.
have the moped, yeah.
Did I ride on the moped?
I'll say you rode on the moped. There's enough space to get you through on the moped.
Well, Bryant's on the moped too, so how does that work out?
It was never said that he was on the moped.
Yeah, I'm not on the moped. You're good. Just go.
Okay.
All right. It is now the wererat's turn.
Jesus
They are going to hold up the entryway of stone. Just make sure you guys all get through, while one jumps ahead and begins to guide you guys down through the tunnel. And Bryant, it is now your turn.
I would like to use my bionics ability to hold up the ceiling with my. No, I'm gonna run.
No, you're not even that tall.
Dashing. No, but that's why
Alright.
it's a mental force field. It's like a Jean
Do
Grey
your
thing.
dash, Bosco.
Yeah, I'm
It's like
doing it.
telekinesis,
Yeah.
but space magic.
Do something athletic.
I am. I'm running. I'm very athletic.
Uh,
Too bad it doesn't require a check.
What?
why would you want it to?
Because I'm actually good at them, but that's fine. I'll just fucking investigate something instead, Gibby. That's
Alright.
turn, by the way, so whatever.
Yeah, so I don't even know where this is going. I think your arguments got skewed.
I'm just angry with myself.
Oh.
I would like for you, Bryant, to roll a d6 for me real fast. Or
Me?
anyone who'd like to.
No.
Anyone who wants
I'm
to can
gonna-
roll a d6. Pick
Yeah,
one
somebody
amongst
else
you to
roll.
a
Gibby,
D6.
you roll a d6.
Uh,
I
I'll roll
trust
a
you
d6
more.
If
just
I
for
roll it-
chaos.
Come on,
if
Gibby.
I roll it and it doesn't go well, I'm not doing it again.
That's fine. I trust you to go well.
3.
That's good. That's
Okay.
even.
That makes it.
It's an even split. Right down the middle.
I need someone amongst you to roll an 11d6 for me.
11d6?
I
Yeah.
will do that.
Arcolf,
Yeah,
why?
all right, Khel, go for it.
40.
What
the fuck?
It's kind of
Oh,
low, actually.
lordy Lou.
All right, what does that
That's how
mean?
much damage the Yoklol takes. As it tried to dash ahead and like reach up with you guys, and as the tunnel exploded, that is how much damage that it took
Oh!
Ooh.
from the
So-
charge and the gasoline. And that is enough damage that it is not going to attempt a pursuit because it is now substantially injured.
Woohoo!
Get fucked.
Teamwork, Khel.
Funny how many of those were near max damage.
Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
you rolled max
Nice.
damage on something that wasn't for us.
You guys run for a while before slowly coming to a slow and eventually to a gentle walk as the wererat's kind of stopping up. We're not being followed.
Are we out of combat?
Yeah. You are because you did enough damage.
Khel, good roll.
Let's go, Cal.
So, if I can ask, what was the one's D6 for?
That was for how what level of explosion it was. So
Oh, not bad.
fireball, which is how the explosion is leveled.
Oh, no.
Starts at level 3, and for every roll on the d6 is the additional level up.
Oh
from
my god.
Whew,
So
not
you
bad
rolled
then.
you rolled a 6, or sorry, you rolled a 3. So it was 3 on top of the third level, and
What's
at third
six?
level,
You could have
it's-
rolled a 9th level fireball. Fuck.
you could have, yeah.
Yeah,
if you rolled
I mean, we
max.
did. That was thanks to Kel's roll. That was
Which-
what we needed.
Could have outright killed things, but you did hit it hard enough that you can't pursue. There's no way.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitation.
Well,
Anyway.
the Yoklol took enough damage to be really hurt, and also possibly under the rubble. The rest of the drow, though, 40 points of damage is a lot.
Ooh.
Just like the way you said that. A lot.
That's all right.
You
they had it
guys-
coming.
The
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the Yuckle was like fuck this and left.
Maybe it'll starve to
Or
death underneath
Did
all
it?
the rubble.
Well, let's keep going.
You guys make
fuck
your
out.
way eventually to what looks to be like almost like a prisoner would carve out a tunnel with a spoon, tunnel above you, with a very shitty manhole cover above, down this really long, almost 40-foot ladder that goes up.
I look to the wererats. Okay, this is where we need you to help.
We will do so. You watch as they scramble up the ladder, opening up the manhole cover, and eventually you watch as a giant chain just drops down.
I guess, can I hook that to the moped pretty safely on my own?
Yeah, you hook it to like the front part of the moped, and it kind of beeps distressingly, like beep 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 beep.
It's okay.
beep,
We're
beep,
getting
beep,
out of
beep,
here. We're getting out of here.
as you see it slowly begin to be almost like craned upwards by the rat folks, and they're kind of like also grabbing it and pulling it up.
I'm gonna give a nod to everyone and follow.
Okay. Trish is also lifted up in the same fashion, which is very slow, and Trish is very upset.
I know. I'm helping though.
And eventually both the vehicles make it out of this manhole, leaving the rest of you guys behind them.
Trish just puts her hazards on because she's pissed off.
Yeah.
You know Trish is pissed when the fucking hazards are on.
You guys head out? You guys go up?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
Connor.
Yeah, we're fucking leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, like bye. Bye,
As you guys-
Felicia.
As you guys head up, the rat folks go with you. Shepherd Cruel does not even touch the ladder.
Hey. What? What are you doing?
You stand a better chance out here.
But it is not where I belong.
You're in danger down here. Down there.
I always was.
You are a creature of this world. Where you belong is the world itself, be it up on the surface or down here. So live, survive, come with us.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Khel, please. Please.
8.
Oh my god!
Aw.
I talk a big game, but roll 20 just likes to shoot me in
Yeah,
the face.
that's my favorite is when you do something really cool and then with advantage you get a fucking...
That's how the dice fall sometimes.
Okay.
Aw.
Shepherd Cruel kind of brings up his hand to his staff and goes, "You're right. But I must ensure your safety first. You seem keen on stopping whatever this is, and I believe in you." And he looks up towards you, Bryant. "I believe in all of you. Don't worry about me. I've survived this long. Well, not by myself, but with some friends."
We better see you again.
He smiles and gives a nod. "And you as well. And tell your friend hello for me."
Evil.
We should go.
You watch as he ducks and just disappears into the shadows.
I'm going to be in your head!
That's right. You can do that. I'll get on the moped.
As you guys
Get on,
exit
Brian.
out of the manhole, you're not on a road. You're actually inside of a building. You're inside
Oh.
of what appears to be a giant warehouse, like a massive warehouse. Looking around, you see what looks to be giant ventilation. Like it's like a ventilation installation storage facility. There's giant vents everywhere.
Are there windows or anything?
There's windows on the roofs, kind of slightly cracked open. You can hear the sounds of the cawings of seagulls. And there's giant bay doors in the front that seem to be kind of like gently closed. This place seems long abandoned, or at the very least just not used that much. It's very open space. Like you could literally play like basketball or football in here. That's how big it is.
I'll look to
Freaking
Khel. Sorry, go ahead.
so many abandoned buildings in this ward. It's just
Maybe we should... Let's peek out the door and see if we can get a beat on where we are.
Does Gibby's phone have signal yet?
Oh,
Are
yeah,
there
do I have
text
signal?
that have gone off?
All of your phones have signal now.
Well, I'll check my phone. So did my belated text finally go off?
It did. Could you remind me what that was again?
Oh, Lord. I think I said something akin to what happened, you got cut off, contact me
Because
as
he
soon
called
as
in
you
the
can.
tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, you were asking about numbers.
Oh yeah, because he tongue-tatted Khel, and I think I just reiterated sort of what Khel got from him. It's like, are you okay? Contact me as soon as you get this.
Okay. All right. You check your phone. It says the message was sent, but you don't get a reply right away.
hang on, I'm gonna try calling.
All right. You call. Bring, 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 bring. Hey, it's the Tuzzup. If you're calling me, I'm probably out on business. And if I'm not, then I'm probably an idiot. Make sure to call me back. But if not, leave me a message. Goodbye. Beep.
Oh. Okay. I just hang up. I'm not leaving a message. You got the text. I'm just gonna again look at the door and be like, let's see if we can peek at where we are.
All right. Go over to whatever door may be around here and pop it open.
You do. You kind of loosely unlink a door and kind of pop it open. As you open up, a bunch of sunlight beams inside, and the rats go, like they all like started recoiling into the corners. They're like, light! Ah! They kind of like seem very much displeased. But as you open up outside, it appears to be like on like a, not super busy, but it appears to be, you're still in the Devil Ward, but you're in a more populated area of the Devil Ward at the moment. You see across the way are some, like, shipyard shops. You see some, little private businesses like a pizzeria, but they're all very run down, kind of rugged. And there's a couple people on the streets moving around. You see like a couple goblins talking.
So this
You see
seems
like
safe.
I'm shrugging.
Can I?
Does it seem like anybody's been? Does it seem like anybody is frantic? Like anybody might have heard the explosion?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Alrighty. 10.
10. As you look around, you don't hear or see anybody panicking, but you do in the distance see a small pillar of smoke that, if you can kind of guess, is probably around where you were.
Maybe let's head away from that.
Right.
What do you think? Should we just go ahead and head out?
Maybe
to go to the
Places-
stronghold.
Right. I keep forgetting that's in the Demon Devil Ward.
Yep.
We need to go.
Well, we gotta go to Tank first.
Right. We got to go pick up my friend first.
Where was above game? Where was he again, Connor?
He was in the middle ward, I think.
It was
God,
in
it's
the
been so long
central
since we
ward,
played.
wasn't it?
Yeah, he's in the central ward.
Through
I
several
will look.
alleyways.
I will look in my notes. I will look in my notes.
I'm pretty sure that's where he is, because that's how the Artists Collective know him.
Oh no, my notes were fucking on my other SSD. Great.
Wait, you don't have them in a Google Doc?
Nope.
Might want to do that instead.
I had them in a notepad.
No, put them in a Google Doc. They follow you.
Could Khel send a text message?
Sure, absolutely.
I want to send it to Captain Roche.
Oh, that motherfucker, man.
It is going to read, "We may have Tannis back soon, but first chance we get, we need to talk. There have been developments."
Bitch.
All right, you send that text, and maybe like 2 minutes later, you get a text back going, "Understood," with a period at the end.
Bitch.
Oh, serious.
Monty, why would you say one word with a period? You know how that goes over.
I know.
He's
Guess
a dad
what?
texter.
Yeah, reverse Uno card, boss.
Wait.
Now you know how it feels.
No, I
Wait,
actually
is
don't
that
care.
a bad thing? Because that's how I text people.
No, that's how I text people too. But every time I text anybody a single word response with a period, they're like, "Do you hate me?"
Yeah, I always
does
read
tend
it as
to
kind
come
of
up.
like, okay, like very
Yeah,
bland and like angry.
Me too. Yeah, I tend to think of it as very
Why?
passive aggressive.
Mhm.
I just read it as direct and to the point, like, understood?
Are you good? Understood. Yes.
Yeah,
Got it.
I lost a part because I replied to somebody like that.
Did you really?
I really did.
Oh God.
Aww. Anyway, I guess we head to the Central Ward then.
Okay, go ahead and roll a survival check to make your way back to where you need to go.
Collective or just Gibby?
Let's do a group check for this one because you guys are gonna have to walk because you really can't. Well, you could
Call
Vespa
cab?
up. You could
Guidance on
not in
Gibby.
not in the Demon Devil Ward. Jesus Christ, no. But you could in the Central Ward once you get there. But you don't forget you have a Vespa and a motorcycle with you as well.
Yeah, can we just ride those?
Ooh,
Yeah, you can
18.
ride those. Nice.
Nice.
That guidance is on Gibby, by the by.
Okay.
Woo! Gibby always rolls
Right,
well.
not bad.
Nice. Plus
Yeah.
guidance. This is a group check. I need everybody to do this. 'Cause you're,
Oh,
as a group, you guys are gonna try and figure out where you are and how to get to the Central Ward from this position.
Hey,
Oh,
good
There's
job.
a 13.
another
Here
good
we
roll.
go. 3. Oh, it's
No.
what?
Oh, thank
What?
you.
Nice.
Good job.
Fuck you, roll
hell?
20.
Come on, let it balance out, man.
No, fuck roll 20.
The wererat scatter. Like the moment you take your eyes off of them, they disappear. It seems like they don't want to stick around either. And they're very nervous energy.
I wanted to keep them.
You can catch their leader on the way out, who's that kind of albino wererat guy.
Oh, just as he's like, she's scurrying down. Thank you
He
again.
is, yeah. Good luck.
You too.
He nods, and you watch as they actually like pull open like a part of the wall and like scoot out into like a back area and seem to be. Looks like they're probably getting on a boat, actually. As you guys mount up on your vehicles without getting lost at all, using some of the buildings in the Central Ward as your designation, including that massive tower in the center that you now know belongs to the tower. You guys make your way back to Tank's home and his workshop with the little Vespa in tow, which is now dented to hell. Also smells like fire and gasoline.
Fine.
Well, it
It's
needed
But-
a
an
tune-up
improvement.
anyway.
It sounds like it's been through some shit.
It builds
Yeah,
character.
it really has. It's built character. But overall, you guys make your way to Tank's location. As you drive up, park the vehicles, and take a breath, that's where we're going to take a break.
Ooh.
I do have an important question, Monty. When Gibby set off the explosion, was she looking at it or was she looking away from it?
That is a question for Gibby.
The explosion?
Sarah, there's a correct answer to this, by the way. Were you
Oh!
looking at the explosion or
No,
not?
I had my back turned and was walking away with sunglasses on.
Thank you.
Nice.
Boom.
Nice.
Sarah's my
You
girl. I
Stride
love it.
forward
Good.
in your diamond covered
There it is.
boots.
With
I have to use the-
awesome
I-
guitar music in the background.
I have to use the bathroom.
With
so bad.
glittery
Cause
rhinestones.
I'm an ass man. Wow, wow. Cause I'm an ass man. Wow, wow.
I'm immensely annoyed that persuasion check did not go through.
I'm
Oh yeah, I
man.
like that. I had somehow the discarded pair of Tannis' sunglasses on me.
I almost said something. I wanted to say something so bad. Ah. Fucking
who?
Shepard, man.
Oh,
Fucking
Shepard.
rolled 20.
No, I wanted to say something to Shepard so bad when he walked off. Fucking damn it.
Well, why didn't you?
Cause I've learned how to hold my tongue.
Nyeh.
Should have said it.
You
No.
only need to hold your tongue when you're being a jerk.
Was that
Right.
Mass Effect
I've learned how to
reference?
hold my tongue.
Ugh.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
I was just thinking for a second, what am I supposed to be blinded? I don't know. No, I'm just a cool person.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're cool anyway, but that just verified it.
Nyeh.
Welcome into the halftime show.
We're all here for once.
We
Except
are.
Monty, who
Well,
stepped away.
everybody who matters is here.
Actually, I'm gonna run and get a peanut butter roll.
I said what I said.
You're mean to me.
Not to you. You were here.
Eh. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a snacky.
Flush one, thank you for the bits. Have a hug, Bosco, while I flip off roll 20. Session fun already. Fair.
Oh, 20 is. I think
Yeah,
it's
fuck
making up for
roll
the
20
past
tonight.
2 months.
Yeah, seriously. It didn't do that to people in Ravenloft, that's for fucking sure.
Well, to be fair, Ravenloft doesn't need any help fucking people over.
Well, yeah, but like session 1, it was Nat 20 City. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm not even gonna roll anymore.
The
I need
last
you to
time
make
we
a
played Prince
persuasion
Division,
check, and that's a Nat 20.
Last time we did Prince Vision, you had back-to-back nat 20s on a check you didn't even want to do.
Nope.
Was it?
I was like, oh yeah, I have disadvantage on this check. Boom, another nat 20. I'm like, get out. Get
and
the
now
fuck
it's
out.
just giving us low rolls.
Yep. It's only on the bullshit. And like, hey, survival check that I don't need. 19. Fuck you. Came in at the explosion. Can you fill me on what's happened, Bosco? Oh yeah, we ran into some wererats who gave us some information about the tower. So we now know that the massive tower in the center of town is for the tower. Couldn't have put that together. And we also know that Captain Roche did something to hurt it. And that's why it's back early, potentially. So Roche and us have to have a conversation when we get the opportunity. And now we're about to get the cure for Tannis. So one thing at a time, you know, we're moving through some stuff. That's the Reader's Digest version. Burnout Vaughn with 100 bits. I would like to thank all of you for jumping on the grenade and eating all of Roll20's bad luck. Makes it easier on us Tuesdays. Burnout, you're still going to roll like shit.
If
And
we
yeah,
make
you're
it
welcome
a
for
high
running-
enough level for another ability score increase, I'm putting points in the fucking charisma. I
I'm
run my
not.
mouth entirely too much to have 0.
Yeah, seriously. I need to up my charisma too, to be honest. I just...
Oh, you are a fighter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, my rolls are fucking garbage. I just need something in charisma. Masamune, yeah, no, thank you for watching Ravenloft, if you watched it. Dauntless is killing me. I don't know what that means. Is it the game Dauntless?
First I've heard of it. But then again, I don't know much, so grain of salt.
I mean, that's fair. Yes, the game. Ah, yes, I'm in that. I'm the merchant in that. I look like a fucking Mandalorian had sex with a Spartan. Yes, I'm the middleman. Did you not know I was the middleman? Oh, well, they knew it. Never mind.
That fan art. Mordecai and
Yeah.
Rigby.
Mordecai and Rigby, baby.
I got Froob.
Congratulations. Dude, Luke, I would love to be in the next Mass Effect. That would be a quite literal dream come true. Whatever the next Mass Effect ends up being.
As a Turian.
I don't give a damn what I am. I would love to be a Turian. It'd be great. I'll straight up do my Garrus impression, or I'll do Milas from Mark's radio play. Bosco is a Batarian. I could do it, yeah. I have enough eyes for it. You hated Mass Effect, Chum-Li. I mean, that's you're right, but that makes me sad. Man, it's one of my favorite franchises.
I just hated the ending of the third game.
I'd be curious if you also hated Dragon Age, the first Origins, because that's like fantasy Mass Effect. And anybody who doesn't like sci-fi, I can understand not liking Mass Effect. But if you hate Dragon Age and Mass Effect, I don't know what you're looking for in a storytelling game.
I wish Sten would love me, but he never did. Well, he did at
No.
the end, kind of. I'll never
Not really.
forget how I maxed Sten's like friendship, and like he was like, and his max friendship statement was, "Well, I guess you're not as big of an idiot as I thought," and I was like, "Okay."
You're like, my heart, it breaks for you. Monty, that's a very realistic character,
And
though.
that-
Some characters just don't want to love.
No, I know. And then like we got to the end at like the final battle, and before you go to the final battle, like all the characters like talk to you if you did all their side quests, and I did everybody's side quests. And like some people were like, "Oh, thank you so much for helping me like find my old apprentice, and thank you so much for like helping me reconcile with this person." And then Sen walks up, and I was like, and Sen goes, "Let's get this over with." And I'm like, "Sen, can you just like something for 5 seconds?"
You
Could
like
you just
cookies?
let me love you?
God.
Who hurt you, man?
He likes
Who
things that
hurt
aren't you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people hurt Sten, to be fair.
Yeah, he likes cookies though. At least that's cute.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for him. Stop talking about yourself, Bosco. Fair enough, Zen.
He also likes cats too.
Why no Tides of Chaos, or was she out? Sarah was probably saving it. Oh, somebody asked why you didn't use Tides of Chaos on any of the bad rolls, and probably because you're saving it.
Didn't really need to. That stuff, keep in mind, we were trying to hide from people, and that stuff shit sets off crap. I gotta be sparing about it.
Hey, Monty, get anything interesting in the mail yesterday? I hate you, Zenlita. I hate you.
Yeah, we saw pictures of it. It's great. It looks fantastic. Monty's extremely excited about it.
I think the important question is, Monty, are you nasty?
I am not.
We know she is.
Huge tracts of land.
Monty's like a year away from having an AD. Mr. Insecure.
Having a
thank you for
what?
100 bits. Sten likes
did
two
you say?
things: cookies and the Cune. And unfortunately, the Grey Wardens don't fit into either of those. That is true. Well, I guess they could.
Anyway, for those of you guys who don't know, my Mr. X body pillow showed up in the mail yesterday. And it's ridiculous. It's more ridiculous than expected, so. The problem is, I don't know where to find a pillow that the case will fit over.
Oh, you'll find one, Monty. I believe in you.
You can always put multiple normal pillows in it.
You could also fill it with feathers.
From where, Bosco? Where would I find that many
You're
feathers?
in Canada. Get some gooses.
They left. It's winter.
Well, wait for them to come back and then go duck hunt.
Actually, you probably could order feathers online by the pound. There's all sorts of arts and crafts stores.
Those are expensive, though. They're not worth the price. Is it life-sized? Unfortunately not.
Bosco, you're the reason why I say Canada. Oh, good.
Look on Amazon for the pillow. I have to avoid ordering objects now because we're cut off from Vancouver.
Grizzly
right
brings
now.
up a good point. Just kill Remy and maybe Greckles, and that'll give you enough feathers.
Oh, that would absolutely would.
Yep. Since Greckles likes to give them out to everybody anyway, he doesn't need them.
Yeah, I wonder if Walmart would have them.
DZA, holy crap. Thank you for the 1,500 bits. Hey, guys, thanks for cheering me up. Been sick for weeks and finally getting better. Glad that Prince Division is bad. And Bosco, how is Dragon Age? The first one is amazing. The second one is awful. And the third one somehow split the difference, and I don't know if I like it.
Can you guess which character I liked?
Stein.
What?
I assume the big
you
bull
like
man,
Iron
right?
Bull.
Of course she liked Iron Bull.
I liked Iron Bull. I liked him because he was a fucking Kunari who wanted to fucking be there. I was like, oh my god, you're so different than Sten. But then I saw his.
Freddie Prinze Jr., if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he sounded awful.
Yeah, the voice was a bit weird, but I like the character.
It just didn't fit coming out. There was something that didn't work for me. It's not even a performance is personal preference, but like it didn't match the face. It was weird.
But yeah, no. Then I saw his romance and went, oh no. I really liked what is his name, Cole, in that game.
That just reminds me of all the time people have told me my voice doesn't match my face.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. It matches like the picture you have of yourself. Freddie Prinze, yes, Freddie Prinze Jr. is a big wrestling fan. He actually, my buddy KG ran D&D wrestling for him, and if they start it up, I'm hoping that he'll bring me in to play with them because I really want to be in that game. It's freaking awesome. Volk551, thank you for the 100 bits. Bosco, are you mad because you didn't get asked by the team to VA the game? Yes, absolutely. I'm super bitter.
What happened to Vancouver? There's currently emergent, like severe flooding happening in BC. I actually got an update today. They actually opened some floodgates today, which is a good thing. They opened some floodgates into one of the rivers, and now hopefully that'll help the flooding a little bit. But I think our main highways got like destroyed is the biggest problem. So if what sucks too is people went panic buying, and now there's like nothing in stores now, and I'm like, god damn it. New person here, also from Vancouver. I hope you're staying safe. I I've seen pictures of the Lower Mainland. Seeing Castle Fun Park like literally almost underwater was the most like that told me how severe it was. Basically, it's a lot different when you can see the things you remember being nearby and being like, oh, that's that much water. But it's eggs and milk are big ones. I literally got eggs and milk right before it happened. The problem is perishables like vegetables and stuff. Like people went in and bought everything. So
Also, this is funny because of our earlier discussion. Fully Cooley 9000, thank you for the 100 bits. I made cookies with Lindors last week. If anyone wants to do this, make one cookie. The chocolate gets everywhere.
I love Lindors. I'm so mad. My friend Shay hates Lindors and loves Ferrero Rocher, and it makes me angry.
I keep having distinct chocolate discussions, especially when I was in England with Phil. I've never been more stranged out by the fact that the mall near him in Leicester has like an American candy store. And
American candy store.
Yeah, it's not just candy. It's like cereal and our sodas, like Fagos in there. And I'm just looking at all and being like, you don't have this? It's like, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have Lucky Charms? I make fun of him with the Hershey
Well,
bar.
Lucky Charms is considered offensive over there.
He's like, look, don't you want a Hershey bar? Don't you want one? They hate Hershey bars over there. It's just funny to see all the American normal brands I'm used to. It's like, you don't have Sour Patch Kids? Like, what?
Are we all back?
I think we are.
Is everybody done eating?
Maybe.
I'm done eating. I had
All right.
froob.
Let's
right,
jump
guys,
back
good to
into
keep
it.
going?
Yeah.
Bye, chat.
Have a goodbye.
All right. As you guys park both Trish and the little Vespa next to the workshop area, you watch as the main sort of garage door is folded upwards, and you see stepping out, wiping his hand on a cloth, comes Tank, the Loxodon, kind of looking a little bleary-eyed. He goes, "You were gone for a time?"
We got. I'll be honest with you, Tank. I think we're in over our heads this time.
How so? He kind of looks and gets a bit of a side glance as the rest of you guys kind of make your way forward.
I sort of look back to the rest of the group. Well, probably best to let them fill you in on it.
If they want to. He walks over. He completely kind of ignores you guys and walks towards the Vespa and begins to kind of look at it. Oh, poor thing. Forgotten and left behind, huh? And it kind of gets like a little beep, 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 beep.
It was buried in a corner under a mass of scrap metal. Thankfully, the Chain Devil did not seem to know it existed.
There are more interesting things like flesh. You watch as he kind of goes over and kind of just starts to assess the little Vespa. If you guys are in some spot of trouble, you don't have to tell me nothing. Unless it's something I should probably know.
It's kind of a citywide thing. The tower might be starting a war. It's
Then don't
recruiting
tell me.
followers.
I just want to
You've
work
already
on
been told.
Just put a finger to Kel's lips and just like,
like smush his face back.
yeah, just sort of smush his snout in a bit. Just shake it, shake my head so like.
Far be it from me to tell you how to do your jobs, but that one talks entirely too much.
Oh,
Not that I don't.
Wait, who did you say that to?
I said that
Kel.
I said it to Cal.
Kel hangs his head in shame.
Brian is going to shoot you a fucking look.
Hey,
I'll
he-
pat on the shoulder.
I'm not gonna stop him from spilling your secrets to everybody, but
Well,
At least he wasn't the one that wanted to run like a bitch.
listen, you guys can run headlong into sure death for the good of the city or whatever. Me, I'm a courier. I don't belong in that fight.
Right, that's what I said, bitch.
Yeah, keep running your mouth, buddy.
I'm right here. Go for it.
Look, Mr. Tank, we don't really know the extent of it ourselves. Suffice to say that there's trouble coming, and it looks like it's going to be pretty widespread.
Well, the sooner I can get your friend up, the better. Beep beep, and you watch his little Vespa kind of runs into his light and goes, what do you mean? Beep 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 beep. Okay. Give me a minute. I'll go get the component for your spell, and we'll get a. You have a car to get you. You know what? We'll drive in mine. He kind of walks over.
Thank you. Oh,
We did bring the car to Rasputin's place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Mr. Tank,
Mm-hmm.
what is I'm sorry, little guy. Is it a he or she?
It's a car.
It's a Vespa.
It's a Vespa.
But you call Trisha her.
And Trish doesn't mind.
Well, what is its name?
It doesn't have one. Bring your car around.
Can we call it Timmy? Because it is
Oh
tiny.
my
It is
God.
tiny Timmy.
Sure.
You could add. Do you like that name? Beep beep. Okay, Timmy.
All right. Just for the sake of ease, you guys collect your police car.
Mhm.
And you watch as Tank takes apart the Vespa part by part. And as it does, he pulls out this piece of machinery that does not look naturally occurring, like not man-made at all. It's like this sort of amalgamation of metal at the core, and it kind of gives off this little faint kind of glow. You'd think it was like blue and radioactive, but he just grabs it barehanded and goes, "All right, Dalcom, go get the car jacks."
Ah,
You watch as Tank slides under your vehicle and begins to install this metal piece.
I'm
into
sorry,
your
what?
Car.
He's giving Timmy is our car?
Oh, Jesus, Mary and
My
Joseph.
goodness, we have a chariot.
No, now we have fucking Knight Rider. Ugh.
Tiny Timmy has become Big Time Tim.
No, I don't need Knight Rider.
Big time Timmy. Hey, everybody, big time Timmy here.
Come on down to Big Time Timmy's.
Take
We got
it
deals,
easy.
deals and more deals. Bad credit, no
Hey.
credit,
I'm
no
not gonna-
problem.
I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. Sorry. Tank, are you sure?
I didn't decide. And you hear him grunting underneath the car.
Huh.
You watch as he slides underneath the car and goes and looks at you and goes, "Listen, miss, you're gonna drive or aren't you?"
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
He slides back under and you just see his feet.
our compatriot's the main driver, but he's good at it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good dad, yes.
It's taken a liking to you. You take care of it, all right?
Yeah, we'll do our best.
All right. He got his sweats and then pulls himself out. That should do her. And the car revs to life, and the doors all open on their own.
What the fuck?
Oh.
What the fuck?
How you doing, Timmy?
Beep, 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 beep.
Kel is
Think
going
my-
to spread his arms and hug the hood.
Oh, Jesus.
Thinking to myself, we didn't program that beep into the wheel, but whatever.
No, it's coming out of the little middle console. It's a newer car, so it's got that TV screen in the middle console.
Oh, no.
Does it have like a little smiley face?
It has a face, yeah. It's got a little
Just get a
smiley
clip.
face on it.
Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
do
I'm-
that, John.
I
can't
can
do that,
still
Michael.
only see big time Tommy now. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It is going to be Michael and Kit. This is going to be fucking...
Tank gets into the car
great.
between whoever is in the back seat, which is a squeeze.
Kel is in the back seat.
Kel's in the back.
Yeah, it's shoulder to shoulder back there.
So
But
it's me,
you guys
Brian,
want to-
and yeah. Okay, who's driving?
Yeah.
Are you driving?
I'll drive.
Brian?
I'll
All right.
drive because I have to make the joke once.
All right.
Guidance
Oh.
on Bryant.
Wait, before we I assume Dalcom's staying behind.
yeah, Dalcom's staying behind, so
I'll just go and give him one more hug. Thank you
Oh.
again.
Yeah, sure thing.
And if we're not completely hazardous to your health, come visit us sometime.
Well, I will certainly consider it. I think this whole escapade has really given me a lot of really good reasons to take a long, deserved vacation. I think I'm gonna head out of the city for a little bit and then wait back when this all blows over.
Okay. Bye, Trish. And I'll get in the car.
Yeah.
Tell the tired one to keep his cold to himself. And, Khel, was it?
Yes.
I didn't mean anything by it. You're a nice guy. Just, you know.
Monty,
Yeah.
Khel is out of the vehicle. He is dashing at Dalcom now.
All right.
Oh my God. Frost
He's
breath
just
him.
sort of,
Frost
he's just sort of
breath
looking from side to side, just like,
Arms spread wide. Tackle hug.
No!
Glomped.
I just took a drag of the cigarette and went, wow, glomp, I haven't heard that word in so long.
I know, I feel weird saying it again, honestly.
Got an eye patch on.
Uh,
Can I pick Dalcom up in a bear hug?
If you allow it, do you allow it, Dalcom?
sure.
Yeah, you
Khel will
pick
pick him
Dalcom
in a
up.
bear hug.
Oh, all right. Yep. We're
You
up
wanna
here
cook
now.
people too, Dalcom.
Well, I appreciate it. That being said, I'm getting out of town for a while, so
Well, whenever
need
you
him-
think it is safe to return, drop by the station. If we are still alive, we'll get you hamburgers.
if you're not, I'll leave some at your gravestones.
Works for me.
And
little,
you,
Little Faith?
if you guys got this done, you'll figure something out. You always seem to. I hope. And you, big guy. You know, yeah, you talk a big game, but you know, look after yourself.
You're gonna get a very Rocky Maivia eyebrow raise.
No, I saw you when you were staying up.
You talk too much.
Maybe I do. All right, then, stranger. I'll leave you to figure it out. As for me and Trish,
Oh.
I'm going to take the money that my friend here owes me from this job,
Tank nods.
and I'm going to go gambling. Why not?
And with that,
You're
Trish
going to do
kicks-
that. You should
Oh.
visit the stronghold. It is a casino in the Demon Devil Ward.
Fuck that.
Trish revs and goes into a wheelie with you on her back.
And as he rides off into the sunset, it just hear.
All right, you guys make your way in your new chariot to the Demon Devil Ward with Tank squeezed between whoever's in the back seat. Who's in the back seat with him?
Khel is once again in the back seat.
All right. So it's just Khel and like this giant elephant man. The car itself is balked on the back, so like there's so much weight in the back that like the front is like slightly lifted. And as you guys make your way there, at this point now, probably getting to about sunset, as you guys make your way and park in front of the beautiful fountain of the stronghold. And as you guys get out of the vehicle, Timmy, that you have named your car, drives off towards the parking lot and goes and parks himself because now your car is self-driving and also sentient.
Oh my gosh.
He's a big
fuck?
film now.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So the fact that this place got attacked by a dragon, does anything look amiss?
There appears to be a bunch more security, as in a lot more orcs standing around looking tough. Beyond that, not anything too different than you can tell. At least not on the outside. There's just a lot more orcs around the entryways.
4-person JoJo stride straight up to those doors.
All right, you do so.
I don't give a fuck about these
As you walk up, one of the orcs who's kind of like smoking on a cigarette kind of pulls out and goes, "Hey, you're Dursub's girl, ain't you?"
Internally, just like, yeah, I am.
Eh. He's not in right now. Out on a mission.
So he's okay.
I didn't say that.
What?
Wow.
Mission.
Okay, she gets the right up in his face. Okay, if he's not all right, then why is he on a mission?
Well, the mission where he kind of scratches the bottom of his chin and is like confused, like, no, what I mean, I hate human language. What I mean to say is that he was ordered by the boss to go out on a mission, and whether or not he comes back okay or not, I don't know.
Can we walk past this guy? Because I'm
right.
not here for this conversation.
Yeah, he
We're
holds
going
open
in.
the door.
Cool.
Just be mindful, the boys are a bit jumpy.
We heard.
He watches the orc holds open the door. He watches as the Loxodon leans in through the door frame and goes inside, and he goes, "Fucker me."
What, jealous? Fucker?
Yeah, he's taller than the orc.
Bitch?
I mean, there are creatures taller than orcs.
Oh, yeah, there are.
Oh yeah.
Bigger trunk, too. So we're going inside.
Sure. As you do so, you hear laughing crowds. There's trays of wine being held out, and the location seems to be unchanged. It is a very nice party location, high class. You do notice, though, pacing about a lot more of the general sort of thuggish, orcish types. And because of your guys' knowledge of the orcs, you do notice a lot of silver rings kind of standing about in key locations and a lot of copper rings walking around.
Head to the elevators?
Mm-hmm.
It'd probably be smart to check in with one of them before going to a secure area.
I mean, we've already got checked by the ones at the door. I feel like they're not too concerned about us. They
Also,
know
above
us.
game, if we get stopped, I think I can get us through.
All right, I trust Bryant.
Yes, I love you, Arcolf.
I mean, that,
No hesitation.
I hear the smile on your face.
Yep.
All right, so Bryant, you're leading the charge here.
Fuck yeah, I am.
All right, you make your way into the main casino area and then towards where you know where the entranceway is towards the elevator, which is the kitchen area. And as you make your way to those double doors, you notice that there is a very big orc who you guys recognize as the guy who likes to polish things. That guy?
Knuckles!
Knuckles, yeah, he's there. And next to him, weirdly enough, is a probably about like a maybe early 30s, what appears to be like a elf, like a high elf, with her hair kind of pulled back in this really tight bun. And she's wearing not like it's like a secretary dress, but but more reasonable. It's not like super showy, but it definitely seems to be a uniform of some kind. It'd be something you'd see like a hotel worker wearing.
huh. Oh my god. Wait. No. No, I can't be. I'm going to see. We'll see.
And that's Knuckles. Tough it in Knuckles. Rough it in Knuckles. Hot and
What?
Knuckles.
What?
No,
what were
let's
you thinking?
approach. Let's approach.
Let's do it. What up, Knuckles? How you doing, Knuckles? Knuckles, Knuckles, Knuckles.
Is that what
Dustin
you
Chuckles.
say?
No, it's a song. You never played Sonic? Never mind. Are they guarding the door?
Yeah, they're kind of standing flanking the door and keeping an eye out, both of them. The orc definitely Knuckles seeming a lot more like of the intimidating, kind of leery-eyed sort, while the lady just seems to be kind of leaning up against the wall and is on her cell phone, but generally just looks up every now and again while also looking at her cell phone.
I'm gonna attempt to walk past them unless they stop me.
Hey. You watch as Knuckles puts up a hand kind of in front of you, not like aggressively, but like kind of stopping you and goes, "No entry allowed right now.
Why not?
Security's been heightened a bit. Had a bit of an incident the other night."
Yeah, we know. Durzup called me. Can we please go up?
"Oh, you're Gumby, aren't you?"
Thousand yards stare.
You
I will
watch as the elf lady just kind of breaks away from her cell phone and like gives this like curling of the neck and looking up, just kind of looking at Knuckles, who's just staring at you and like one eye blinking after the other, kind of nods and smiles like, yeah, I got it.
Just very slowly reach your hand up, pat the guy's shoulder. Yeah, that's close enough.
We do have to do a bit of a check here for some magical things. So if you don't mind just standing nice and pretty in front of Elena here, she's going to give you a little look-see. Don't worry, she can't see you through your clothes. She guaranteed me that.
This isn't the lady from the get-together last time, right? The one who was scrying the room?
She is, yeah. Same
Okay,
lady.
I was like, I thought something else. It's like, oh wait, there was an elf here.
Mm-hmm. She seems to be, based on what you kind of have figured out, she seems to be their resident magic user because no orcs can use magic in this world, so they need someone who can.
They got their own private elf outsourcer magic person.
Yeah. And you watch as she kind of waves her hand. Anyone who wants to can roll an Arcana check to identify what she's attempting to do here.
I assume
Go ahead, magic users.
but I'll do it.
12.
14.
That's detect magic. You guys know that spell. It's a level 1. You watch as she waves her hand and kind of looks up and down at all of you, and she kind of turns up to Knuckles and goes, "They're fine." And he goes, "Okay, great." And he kind of opens up the kitchen door and goes, "Right in the elevator. Mind the new music system, and enjoy your time."
It's about fucking time.
Thank you. So what is the music system?
It's a like, you know when you get like those tall stereos for TVs, like those really tall ones that have like the holes in them. They have that in the corner of the elevator.
So it's just sitting there against the wall.
Yeah.
Hold
It's
on.
just
When
sitting-
go ahead.
Oh.
I mean,
When
that's where it is. It's this giant tower like stereo on the wall.
When I walk in the elevator with Khel, I'm just gonna turn to him and give him a fist pound because we fucking did it.
Khel returning.
Yes.
Amazing how much this has spiraled.
This is the best side quest ever.
As you guys get inside and start up and go in the elevator, you notice that there's no music playing, and that the plug you notice a couple things immediately. First of all, there's this giant stereo system with no music coming out of it, and you notice that the plug is in the wall, but there's no actual plug in the elevator. They just plugged it into like the actual like part of the wall.
Oh god. Baby steps, all right.
As we're going up the elevator, Gil's just going to tap rhythmically on the speaker. Just over and over till we get up there.
And Brian's gonna.
No, he's not.
Yes, shut the fuck up. It's my character. I'll do what the fuck I want. I'm gonna beatbox all the way up as he keeps the beat.
As you guys reach the top of the elevator, bing, and you're beatboxing, you watch as two orcs who are also on either side of the elevator door kind of turn and look at you guys with kind of like, they kind of share a very perplexed expression.
What? You didn't have music playing. We had to make our own.
Yeah, y'all suck at this.
They kind of like look at each other again and go back to position and kind of like level their shoulders a bit and ignore you.
All right, Eddie's boys. I'm gonna walk out of the elevator.
You do so.
Yeah, well, I'll follow.
All right, you guys follow. Where are you guys heading?
Tannis.
Tannis.
Tannis, yeah.
You guys make your way into the ballroom. You do notice a couple of goblins pass you by, looking up, like craning up to look at you, and then they kind of walk into a wall as you guys are walking past. Eventually opening up the door, and you smell something inside before you open the door. It smells like a kindergarten class, is the best way I can describe it.
I'm sorry, what?
Monty, my mind went immediately to the conversation last night about Durza ripping one by Tannis.
Oh no!
Yeah, no.
That it smelled in there.
No, Durzub is no, he wouldn't do that.
Yes, he would.
Bryant, maybe.
Yes, I would.
No, I mean Durzub would do it to Bryant.
As you open the
Yes, he
door,
would.
you see currently about 5 orcs with a bunch of stone and like what looks like craft glue, currently trying to glue back together the Medusa.
Oh.
Wait, who is?
A
The
group of
bunch of
about
orcs.
5 orcs, yeah. They're
Oh,
younger
right.
too. They seem like teenagers.
Nice. Let them have fun.
Sure.
They kind of stop and look at you, and they're just like, "Hey."
I want to turn to Tank and be like, okay, I'm not up on my petrification, but would that actually work?
He kind of leans forward with his trunk and brings up the trunk to you, and you just hear him go, "Just give the boys hope, all right?"
You're doing great, guys.
They kind of all give thumbs up, and one of them's like smiling. He's like literally got like paper stuck to his face, and like as he turns around, like one of the glue, like the little glue tubes, is on his back. They glued it to his back.
Okay.
And you guys walk up to Tannis. And Tank kind of walks up and looks around and goes, "Do you have a bucket?"
Turn to the orcs. Anybody got a bucket?
"I do." And he watches one just goes into his pocket and pulls out a bucket.
In his pocket?
What? Wait a minute. Is this a big bucket?
It's a collapsible bucket. Yeah, it's like those things you carry for dogs.
Okay.
You know, like those things you carry on for dogs that you can like collapse them. They're like made out of like a silicone.
but he's also
Sorry,
a kid.
what?
Yeah.
Collapsible buckets?
I guess they
Yeah.
make that. Yeah, to be fair,
Well, that's
Arcolf, I
Mr.
haven't really heard that
Bucket.
either.
You put the balls in his mouth as Mr.
But-
Bucket.
Okay, I'll take
Gotta
the
Take
turn
bucket.
on
me back
about-
to the 90s, Bosco.
I'll take the bucket and hand it to Tank.
Oh, I don't need it. You're gonna want that.
Oh, I'm gonna position the bucket sort of underneath. You know what? I'm gonna hand the bucket to Khel and just be like, "Be ready."
Yeah, come on, man. Buckets of fun.
All right. Tank pulls out what looks to be a diamond and places a hand on Tannis's chest, like this massive mitt of a hand. And you watch as he puts another hand to his chest, and as he does, there's this flare of magic as the energy within him courses, and then another smell enters the space beyond the glue. And the orcs are kind of watching at this point. You smell like a new car, like the interior of a new car. The smell of like a dirty garage, but homely in its own way. The burning of tire on tracks. And you watch as the stone around Tannis begins to crack and break. And as Tank steps back with 2 steps, you watch as the rest of the stone falls away. And Tannis, in a moment, you're about to strike the Medusa, and then the next, you're stumbling forward on your hands and knees onto a carpeted floor, feeling more nauseous than you've ever felt ever before.
Khel will place
just-
the bucket below Tannis's head gently.
I feel these weird, they're not my glasses. I just take them off. I sort of gently toss them to the side, and then I
It is okay, let it out, buddy.
Pats on the back.
Yeah, you do. You give him a pat on the back. It helps.
Like the captain from the SSN.
Yep. Do, 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 do.
Wait. You were what?
Hey, you.
What?
Finally awake.
Just let it all out. Let it all out. Tank kind of turns and goes, "My work here is done.
I think I'm
Take
good.
care."
What? Who? Can I put 2 and 2 together?
You know where you are. You've been in this room before. The elephant's new. The elephant in the room. Who wants to leave now?
Wait,
Is he
what?
gonna just walk out the door and leave?
Yeah, he's like, Beeler turns and he goes, "Do you need me for anything else? I figure our deal is done."
No. I'm gonna actually walk out with him for a second.
Okay.
Not all the way, just outside the room.
Mm-hmm.
Are we outside the room?
Yeah, he's standing there waiting for you.
You guess you can get back on your own.
No, Timmy's gonna drive me, and then Timmy's gonna drive back.
Oh,
Your
right.
friend's gonna need some rest. And he looks down at you. you're like scorched and covered in like dirt and blood. And he looks down and he goes,
Still a bite mark on still teeth marks on my neck.
"Yep." He just kind of looks and goes, "I figured you're gonna rest here as well. It's plenty of time to get Timmy back."
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about Timmy. He seems pretty capable now.
Hmm.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
That's what we should do anyway. I mean, I know we're the Prince Division, but seems good to help where we can.
It comes around.
Yeah.
Take care, miss. And he puts a hand on your shoulder, and it just like engulfs half your body almost. He gives you a bit of a shake and kind of lets you go and turns and walks.
I'm gonna lean on the wall to the side of the doors and pull out my phone. I'm gonna call Mama Rigigi real quick.
Okay. Bring, bring, bring. Bring, bring, bring. Meanwhile, inside of the room, you're good. Once it's all out, you feel fine.
What happened?
You were, I mean, you kinda got stoned on the job. You were petrified, to be less silly.
Oh, great.
It has only been a few days, but
Few days. Oh, great.
do not worry. Your daughter was entrusted to Mama Rugigi.
Well, guess that makes it the second time I've caused you guys undue trouble.
It is not trouble, and it is helping a friend.
No. Not when we're trying to protect people, it's not. These are serious mistakes, and I keep making them.
I really don't think you could have helped getting petrified by Medusa. I mean, I was the one with the mirror, not you.
Still, it's not good.
The orcs kind of go, "Do you want us to like leave right now?"
Yeah.
Okay. You watch the orcs get up with their glue and kind of make their way out. They move past you, Gibby, while you're on the phone, and they just keep moving. About five young guys with suits that are a little bit too big.
Smells like arts and crafts in here. What the heck is... And I look over and I see the Medusa statue.
It's like half of it, like her, probably like slightly past her knee has been reconstructed. And there's like, they're doing that thing where they use too much glue and it's like pooling over between the cracks.
Is she like completely shattered?
Oh yeah, she is like, she's probably in at least 100 pieces.
Oh.
There have been some developments. Do you want to hear them now, or do you want to rest first?
I think I want to rest first. I want to see my daughter.
That is probably a good idea.
Khel will gingerly nod quickly.
Exactly.
I'm back.
Yeah, Tannis is back. Hooray!
Do I ever get through to Mama Rigigi?
Hold on.
that's
Just to
why
give you an idea of how you feel, Tannis, your body, unironically, is very stiff. Bending your joints is really hard. For right now,
Yeah.
you actually have points of exhaustion, I believe, coming out of petrification.
Okay. I
I
will
thought
turn on.
petrification just sort of locks you in time.
No, when you recover, I think you take some.
I did when I was unstoned.
So I wasn't at all conscious in there then?
You are not. No, you don't remember anything.
Okay.
But you're level 6 now,
You are.
which means magic gun.
Yeah, the creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak and is completely unaware of its surroundings. So you basically don't remember anything when you were petrified. Let me find Greater Restoration and just double check and make sure. Because that
Just for the sake of it, can Khel leave the room and see about finding someone to get us places to sleep?
Sure.
I basically want to leave Bryant and Tannis
You
alone in the
fucking
room.
asshole.
Drama.
All right, no, you don't get any exhaustion points, but you do still feel really stiff. But
I'll limp over against like a table and try to prop myself up, and then not be able to. Okay.
Gibby, as you call Mama Rugigi on the phone, you get an answer. She goes, "Hello, who is this?
Hello, Mama Rugigi. It's Lauren Gibby.
You are bothering while I am making pasta."
I'm so sorry.
It is... Well, no, add the garlic now. Add the garlic now. Do not let it burn. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, hello.
I just wanted to say, please let Nefene know that her dad will be over to pick her up as soon as he's ready.
Will be another day, I'm assuming.
He could probably use a night's rest.
Very well. She's been asking much questions, so I will let her know.
Tell him he was a real badass. But we're glad to see him again.
Gibby, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
Where is the girl's mother?
Nefene's?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I understand, Tannis and his wife split up a while ago, and I'm not entirely sure where she lives, but she's somewhere else and calls occasionally.
They have a divorce?
Yes.
And he's alive?
Above game is that something I know about elf culture?
You would know that
like
elves.
Work culture.
She tried.
You know that elves will divorce more frequently than the other races just because they're so long-lived. But you have no idea what she's talking about.
It's apparently something that happened. Is that not common with orcs?
The only way you divorce with orcs is if you're dead.
Oh, I see. But yes, she's living somewhere else and working, and I guess doesn't get to see Nefene a whole lot.
Does not sound like Tannis sees Nefene a whole lot either. She will stay here for now. Let him know that she can pick her up. But I may have words.
I will. Go easy on him. Couldn't help getting petrified.
She hangs up.
Oh, God.
Go easy on him. Absolutely not.
Absolutely fucking not.
Wow, I didn't even get that out. Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, chill runs up Tannis' spine all of a sudden.
He sneezes in the other room.
It's just calm here.
Okay. Yeah, Gibby's gonna pocket her phone and take a breath and sort of. Is there like a balcony or something she can go to? She could use some air.
Not here. There's actually there's balconies on like the hotel section of this tower, but there is not on the top sections, probably just for security reasons. But you guys do manage to get some lodgings for the night from the orcs. You guys get some hotel rooms. They actually do offer hotel spaces here. The top floor is exclusively like living suites. And it is a very nice establishment. It's goblin maintained. So there's a bunch of goblins who kind of like lead you guys to your rooms and show you where the ice is and let you guys.
Do they let me stay in Desert's room?
No, they do not.
Meanies.
No, they're like, we don't know you, and they're like, plus it's locked and no one has the keys, so
fine.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else anybody else would like to do before they go to their hotel room for the night?
Yep.
Once Khel had left the room to get their lodgings, did anything happen with Tannis and Bryant?
Yeah, it did.
Alone in the room?
Sure did. You're leaning up against the table, right?
Oh my god, they kissed or something? Oh my god. Sorry.
No, you can't fanfic Monty. You're the DM. Don't do this.
Don't worry. There's plenty in the group chat.
You can fanfic when you're the player. You can't fanfic when you're the DM. All right,
we already went on a date. What the fuck?
It's true, man. We got divorced.
Yeah, you guys broke up instantly.
Not again.
To be fair, most people see Brian and go, "Yeah, we're getting a divorce." You're leaning up against a table.
Yeah.
Okay. Brian is going to walk over to said table. And if you happen to look at him while he stands there, you will notice that there is entirely too much tension in his face because, you know, you're good at like yoga and shit. It looks like has 3 or 4 emotions that are trying to break through his face, and he doesn't want any of them to do that. And he's just kind of staring at you right now.
You look like about how I feel.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Something you want to say?
Yeah, there is. And he's going to punch you.
I am in no position to resist.
You're going to catch one, not for damage. You're going to catch one right in the jaw. And as you kind of catch yourself on the table, he's going to grab you by your jacket and immediately pull you into a hug.
Oh, okay. I'll like spit out some blood because I just busted my lip open. Michael?
And he's just going to hold you in a very tight hug for about 10 seconds. And then when he pulls back, he's still going to very tightly have a grip on your collar. If you ever make me feel this shit again, I swear to God, I'll kill you myself.
He sort of nods and licks the blood from his lip. Michael.
You have a little girl at home. You have the rest of your fucking life to look forward to. You don't get to do this.
I know.
But, you know, I'm glad you're better, I guess.
I'll grab his wrists and sort of ease them off of my collar, and I'll sort of yank him and pull him into a hug too.
This one, he just kind of takes it.
He's
very limp.
He's very weak. He just sort of wraps his arms around him. No, I can't be putting you guys through that a third time.
No, you can't.
You don't deserve that.
Yeah, neither do you.
God. I'm so sorry. I thought this whole thing was going to be helping the weak, and for the most part we have been doing a lot of good work, but it's just so much. I didn't realize how much I had to lose. And he'll pull away from you a bit. I think I need a bit. Think things over.
You know, that's fair. I just, you know, I'm, fucking, I hate words.
You don't need to say anything. It's written all over your face.
I'm just going to put your arm around my shoulder and try to help you walk out of here.
I'll allow this, and I'll sort of shakily and stiffly try to get my bearings and walk alongside him with my arm over his shoulder.
Okay.
Who's that elephant guy?
Some asshole that we had to do a crazy quest for to get you back.
Great. I'll have to thank him
Yeah, sure, I guess.
I want to see the others.
Yeah, they'll be happy to see you too.
I'm gonna take him out of there. Do I see Gibby or Khel walking around anywhere?
Yeah, you managed to find them. You know they're getting hotel rooms. Did you guys want to get like a big hotel room for everybody, or did you want to like have individual rooms?
I
What
think
do you guys wanna
individual rooms, considering what Tannis said, I would push for individual rooms so he could have his privacy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
I'd
want to hear
assume-
Kel snoring.
I had
Yeah.
I had assumed I'd already gone to my room, to be honest. But if Tannis really wants to see us first,
Okay, you
probably
guys can all
not
meet up
going
in
to
one of
Yeah.
the hotel rooms and kind of powwow. Because I have a feeling you guys are gonna have some stuff you're gonna want to talk about.
And I'll grab those glasses that I tossed away on the floor as well.
Yep, Ziara's special sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm like, these aren't mine.
They are anti-petrification glasses. If you wear them, any sight-based petrification doesn't work on you.
nice.
That includes basilisks, medusas, and any other creature that relies on such an effect. That
What do they
being
look
said,
like?
They are kind of orangey red, like almost like Ozzy Osbourne, like colored glass, but in like a more sort of sharpened frame.
Aw, that would have worked on normal Kobe too.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll just keep them in my I'll just keep them sort of folded up in my shirt's collar for right now.
Okay. You guys meet up in one of the hotel rooms. There's couches provided, and there's plenty of seating space.
So, did you get it all out?
Yeah, I'm fine now. Thanks, Cal.
Yes. It is good to have you back, Tannis.
It's good to be back. Looks like this is the second time I've had to ask you guys to come to my aid.
What was
Sorry.
the first time?
My daughter.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm forgetful when it comes to helping friends. I do not dwell on it.
It sounds like you guys have had a time. So I don't blame you.
It was worth it.
So, what happened while I was gone?
Do
Anything
you
of
want the
note?
good news or the bad news?
Let's start with the bad news.
So, the tower currently has people out recruiting for what seems to be a war. It is also looking for the families, like Kel motions to Bryant.
Oh yeah, and that other bodyguard that was with your brother when we saw the tower, White Dragon.
He just sort of looks between the both of you as you're talking, and then just sort of slumps forward and runs his hands back through his hair.
He was kind of the one that smashed up Medusa.
Yeah, guy busted in here while we were gone and just attacked the parking garage, and
He was silencing her.
Yep.
actually a little curious what happened to those two boys.
As far as you know, they're being Captain Roche took them.
Yep, took them for
But-
custody.
What happened to the
Put them into
vampire
custody.
lady too?
She's probably also in custody as well.
Okay, cool. Just wondered.
She's a
Oh,
rogue
but-
element. They're not like, oh, you're not involved. Oh, you're free. No, they're like, we're gonna ask you questions.
Looks like something big's going down.
Undoubtedly.
Now, would you like the good news?
Yeah.
You have a co-pilot. Co-driver? What's the terminology for that?
Nah, co-pilot's fine.
Does this have something to do with that elephant guy?
Kind of. The vehicle may or may not be alive now. His name is Timmy.
Timmy.
It was
Big
Kel's
time
idea.
Timmy. He is what is called a chariot. if you know what that means.
Do I know what it means?
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh boy, my best stat. Natural 20.
Wow.
Wow.
First roll back, Tannis. Nice.
Wow.
Roll 20 was like, so
What's
we're good,
happening?
right? We're good.
What
right?
is happening?
It saved it for you. You've been gone so long.
I'm scared.
It's only because it's a mundane roll. When you get in combat, don't get too used to it.
You would know then, Tannis, that a chariot is a sentient vehicle that is magically inclined to have its own consciousness. It is said that in ancient elven history that golems used to have the same technology in them, but as the time has evolved, eventually that technology adapted in its own arcane way to become basically chariots. There is one chariot that's kind of like a legendary story, which is called the Prime Chariot, which is sort of the first ever made golem that has basically taken on the form of vehicles over the years and kind of is like not only extremely sentient, but also like the god of vehicles now.
And we will
Potentially.
always be here, waiting.
Uh,
My name is Chariot Prime.
Chariot Prime.
yeah.
It's Prime Chariot, not the other way around. But
Prime
thank you.
Chariot.
It's Chariot Prime now.
Oh my god.
One shall drive, one shall park.
If
I
Timmy
hate you
starts,
guys.
to
I
learn
knew
to
this was
talk,
gonna
I will-
happen. I knew
Then
it.
why did you
I'm
name
not
it that?
doing nothing, Monty. Nothing. I'm not doing none of it.
You're fine.
Then
It's
again, I can't
fine.
do transformer voices, so you know.
Tannis just sort
It
of
cannot
nods.
transform, but it's slowly over the course of time adopted the form of a vehicle to better match the current time. And there's stories about it and all this stuff.
If
But some
Timmy...
claim it's the god of cars, essentially.
Oh God.
Chariot.
Yeah. Gimmy's just kind of like.
Transform and roll survival.
Gimmy's just kind of like. If Timmy learns to talk at some point, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Oh, Jesus, you're not wrong.
I can
no.
cast a spell to let Timmy talk. I need to sleep.
I need to sleep so I can talk to the car and
You all
burn
seem
another
very-
spell.
Very excited about all of this. Yeah, no, I've golems and chariots. I'm familiar. Way back in the day, elves used to do something similar with golems.
Oh. Oh, and
And we've
sorry, go ahead.
that's in the car now.
Yeah, you attached it to the underside. I guess it's hooked to our computer inside the car now.
I don't think that's necessarily. I'm not sure how the precinct is going to take modifying a work vehicle like that, but well, yeah, it'll help.
Oh, and when this all went down, I had Mama Regigi go and pick up your daughter, so she's there. She doesn't know what happened. I didn't think you'd want her to. But if you're ready by tomorrow to get her, she'll be ready for you to get her.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go get her tomorrow. I need to go by the precinct and talk to Roche.
We all do.
I think I need some time.
Oh, and Gibby sort of looks askance. Mama Regigi, she may have words for you. Sorry.
That's fine.
It is okay,
Heavens.
Tannis. I will take care of your daughter for you. You don't have to worry.
Just tap him on the
heavens-
shoulder.
Heavens know I probably deserve what's coming.
I mean, not really your fault that happened. Could have been any of us.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, you guys head to sleep for the night. And as you awaken,
Before Tannis goes to sleep specifically, because he can just meditate, he is going to pull out his phone, and he is going to. Would I still have the siren's number?
you would, yeah. She's hard to get in contact with. You know that she's kind of retired and very busy post career, but
I'll shoot her a text message then. I'll just say, "Hey, it's Viro. Been a long time. Can we talk?"
okay. You send that off before heading to bed. All of you guys get the benefit of a long rest.
Woo!
I am now enabled.
Oh no. Yay, spell slots.
All right. What are you guys doing?
There is one thing Khel would like to do immediately after waking up. May I cast Sending to Ivon the Ivory?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Alrighty.
Filthy traitor.
Khel will say, I am sorry, but I have information. There is a white dragon named Zugan working for the tower. We make certain that's actually within the number. Because I apparently lost the message I had pre-typed beforehand.
Oh.
Okay, that's 18. That's well within.
All right. Sorry.
I don't have to tell them who it is because they know. It's part of the spell that they know.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this message is actually shorter. I can hear it. How much is it? 21 or 25? Or...
25.
25.
Here we go.
You get a response back. Oh, is that so? Thank you. There's a bit of a pause. Let us keep this information between us, lest a draconic third party take notice. No want for panic, yes?
Khel cannot reply, so he just leaves it sitting.
Just to repeat the message. Oh, is that so? Thank you. Let us keep this information between us, lest a draconic third party take notice. No want for panic, yes?
Mm-hmm. Does it sound like he wants Khel to reply?
No, it seems more like he just gave you a bit of an order. He seems... Roll an insight check. Very hard DC, just because you can't see the individual, but just in case.
17.
Okay. Oh, is that so? You get the sense that it's a mixture of he maybe already knew, and a measure of, oh no, somebody else knows now. The rest of it seemed very much like kind of in order to you. keep this information between us having a particular bite to it.
Well, yourself and your comrades.
Well, Khel can't help the others knowing.
Yep. And hey, the dragon doesn't know that we know, so fuck him.
I mean, as long as Khel himself doesn't say anything from this point, it should be fine. If
Yeah,
the others say something, that's on them.
Exactly. I don't know that you even had this conversation, so I can be stupid and not care. I have no repercussions that I have to fear.
Okay. Anything else anybody
Alright.
else wants to do?
I'll check my phone if I got any messages from Durzub.
You do get a message. It says, "Don't come to my room." The period at the end.
What?
I'm
Going to his room
sorry.
immediately.
Well, that changes my plans. I'm going to his room.
Okay. Go ahead for me and roll a perception check as you walk towards his room.
Me. 7.
7. Okay. You don't notice anything. As you walk up to the big door that is closed and locked, you assume.
Well, I will just knock and call through the door. It's me, Lauren. I know you said not to come in, so I won't, but I just wanted to say I'm glad you're okay, and I'm okay too. So, talk to you later.
The door opens just a crack, and you can see through it. Very dark interior. You see Durzub. His eye is swollen over, and he's currently not wearing a shirt, and he's got just giant slash marks going down one side of him, and he looks like a UFC fighter after the day of the big match.
Jeez. I don't suppose you'd let me get Khel over here, would you?
No. I'm glad you're safe. Things aren't good, Gibby.
No, they're not. You got something else to add to it?
2 out of the 3 Knoll gangs have turned over to the tower, leaving just one, the smallest one. I learned that the hard way last night.
Yeah. We were in the Devil Demon Ward in the, what's it called? The Cantrell?
Yeah, the cut trail.
Cottrell. They said Tower's been sending people to recruit.
Yeah, I had to deal with a 4-armed gargoyle and a shit ton of gnolls.
Hey, come here. Gonna reach out and take his face in her hands and just sort of lean up so they can touch foreheads if she can.
His lip is like split down, probably a good inch. You can see it's like being tacked together, and like his eyes all swollen up, and there's just giant slash marks on him. Notably, his other arm is just bandaged up, and there's a lot of like small cuts and bruises on him. He literally looks like he was launched through he was in like a tumbler for like 5 years. He looks so messed up right now. And he kind of walks over and he puts a hand around your back and just kind of hugs you a bit.
You're gonna be okay, right?
I've gone through worse. We're resilient, you know. You would have died. Like the moment they touched me, you would have just popped like a balloon.
Hey, I fought a chain devil, okay?
One?
Chain devil, some goopy, slimy guys. Spine devil joined in the fight.
Sounds like you had a lot more fun than I did. He kind of
Yeah.
steps back and just nurses the arm.
I'm a little crispy, and I should probably tell you this. She
You're
gestures
not breaking
to the
up with me, are you? I'm already having a bad day.
No, she sort of points to the bite marks on her neck. I kind of gave my blood to an imp for information.
What, you think I'm going to judge you for that?
I mean, Bryant wasn't happy with me.
Well, who the fuck cares? It's your fucking blood.
Yeah, it was good. It was good information to have, and he turned into a spine devil and then helped us out of it too. He was nice. His name was Alopo.
Gibby, don't be friends with devils. They're literally called devils.
Oh, I guess I thought you'd take that differently, but okay.
Hey, he kind of looks at you. Who used to own this place?
Above game. Oh yeah, who owned this?
Devil Demon Ward.
So yeah, but who specifically in terms of demons, devils?
Both.
Oh.
And now it's ruled by Baron Dramar, so...
So I hope you're gonna take a few days then?
Yeah, give or take, until the boss calls for me again. We're on a bit of tight security. Amelia's not going to school for a while, so...
If he calls for you in less than 3 days, I'm gonna have words with him.
Oh,
Don't look at me like that, I will.
Okay, listen, Firecracker.
I will learn from Mama Regigi if I have to.
Please no, please no. Like he watches it, like his form kind of crumbles inwards. He's like, oh no. Listen, stay safe out there, all right? I'm starting to think that I might not be able to protect you that much.
I mean, you would have to probably stick me in a room like Amelia, and I don't think I care for that too much.
She
There's
doesn't
too much
either.
to do.
We're doing our best, though.
Well, we've got Tannis better, so I think first things first is we need to have a talk with our captain.
There's going to be a meeting soon, I heard.
Yeah, that too.
I'm going with the Baron. That the Fancy Pants' place. The angel guy.
Rig again?
He's hosting something here in the coming week. That's going to be interesting, to say the least. A lot of big players in that one room, so... Well, when I'm there, you can't acknowledge me, okay?
Okay.
It's best if people don't know, especially big people.
Right. I've forgotten about that. That'll be fun, having a bunch of dragons zeroing in on me.
Hopefully they give you something that doesn't involve them, but I don't know. I need to go back to sleep. I'm sorry, Gibby.
No, it's okay. As I said, take a few days. She just, her two fingers towards her eyes, 2 fingers towards him.
All right. Gosh,
Right.
woman.
Rest up. I'll text you. And
Lauren.
Oh, yeah.
Be safe. The door closes.
And I will take off to find somebody.
Tannis, Bryant, anything you'd like to do?
After I finish working out the kinks in my joints, I will check my phone.
All right. No response, unfortunately.
Fuck. All right, well, guess I'll just wait for everybody to be around and then see if I can't go get my daughter.
I assumed you were getting her in the evening of today, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys maybe had some other things you might have a bit more pressing.
I don't know what kind of a priority is your daughter.
What day is it anyway?
It's about like a Friday.
I mean,
Oh,
would Captain Roche be in today?
Mm.
Could text Lucy, I suppose.
Hell, he knows we need to talk to him. He'll send that
Yeah,
text.
he seemed very much like we need to talk, which is very strange for him with how clammy he is.
I mean, I guess I could go to Tannis's room and knock. Skibby.
He'll slowly trot over to the door and open it up. He looks better than he did yesterday, but not great.
You feel a lot better. Sleeping was a bit rough. Imagine if you haven't exercised for like 2 years and then you just did like leg and arm day without stretching beforehand and did it for like 3 hours straight is basically how it felt.
Oof.
Oh, God.
Got really rough.
How you feeling?
Better. Not great, but better.
Well, I don't think we're doing anything too strenuous today. Just talk with the captain, hopefully.
Right.
She fidgets. Are you still pretty stiff?
A little bit. And he's sort of he's like rolling his shoulders.
Okay, then I'm just gonna... She wraps you up in a hug.
Oh. Okay. Getting a lot of these.
Sorry, just,
No, you're good. You're fine.
just glad you're back. I mean, I know it's
Yeah.
been weird between us lately, but, I mean, you know I have your back, right?
Yeah. You're a big girl. You make your own decisions, and I'm not your dad, so I can't tell you what to do. But I know I can trust you. And if I didn't, I certainly do now.
Okay, you ready to, go find the others?
Yeah.
Khel, Bryant, you guys good to go?
Sure.
I'm good to go.
You guys make your way to the parking lot, and as you do, the car drives out of the parking lot and makes its way closer towards you as you guys are just walking through the parkade. And as it drives up, it goes beep 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 beep.
Timmy!
Um,
Timmy! Yeah, we'll
Tan-
hunt the hood.
You do so.
Tannis, this is Timmy. Timmy, this is Tannis. He's gonna be the driver.
The door like opens and then closes, almost like a little hand wave.
He'll sort of wave back to it. He'll tilt his new glasses down and look from side to side.
Fancy.
Still haven't decided if we should tell the captain or not.
Unlicensed modifications to a police vehicle probably won't reflect well. So probably just keep it to ourselves for now.
10-4.
All the doors pop open.
Guess I'm driving.
With your new
Question mark.
co-pilot.
If you feel up to it.
Khel is bouncing up and down in place.
Well, might be a magically empowered little vehicle here, but it's no dad.
Roll a survival check, father.
Hey!
Wanted us
I was
all
gonna
to
say,
Lodgings.
according to Mama Rugigi, neither are you.
I wanted us to do an end of sitcom laugh.
Doom doom doom
Uh,
doom doom ba-doom doom doom.
Also, Monty,
Mm-hmm.
you knew it was coming.
Oh no.
Yeah!
Tongues on Timmy.
Tongues on Timmy. All right.
Oh my god, now it is Kit.
I don't
Alright.
have. I'm not trained in this anymore because I'm not Talcum.
Alright.
So let's go ahead and get it twisted here.
All right. As you drive, you hear Timmy in the revving of the car go, "Oh golly gee, I just love driving."
It is all I could have hoped for.
Oh, I
more.
hate it.
Oh,
Hey everyone, big time Timmy here.
Oh my God, Timmy!
Part of the day.
I'm so happy
I'm
to
so
drive.
big and I'm drivable, and look at me, I got 4 wheels. Oh golly gee.
Oh, gee, it's like fucking log got inserted into our fucking car.
Oh boy, here comes the foot pedal. Yeah, I'm going. And you guys drive back to the
That's a 13, by the way, for my survival check.
you guys make your way back to the precinct very easily. You park Timmy in his parking spot and leave.
I'll just
And
pat
as-
the hood. Boom, boom.
It's active for an hour, so if he greets anyone, they'll hear it.
oh God, everybody.
one of the-
Oh,
ask him.
Jesus.
At one point when you guys are driving, like you stop because someone jaywalks, and like Timmy yells out, "Watch where you're going, bozo!"
He talks like a kid from the 1920s.
Yeah, he used to be part of a Vespa, so you know what? You're not
He's
far
really
off.
old. Is he gonna grow up at all?
He's
he's,
just a
Old
palooka,
school,
mister.
old school for life. Take it easy.
oh
Now I'm
God,
just
why
imagining the car
is this
at the
Zobi's
taxi.
cousin? This is Zobi's cousin, isn't it?
Oh, God.
I'm just imagining the taxi from Who Framed Roger Rabbit now.
Oh,
Once Timmy
no.
grows up.
Oh yeah.
Your mother's chews bubble gum.
All right. So as you guys park and get out of the vehicle, and Khel has a different view on life.
Burning
You guys-
third level spells on fucking talking cars.
You guys make your way into the precinct, and as you do so, it's crowded, busy. The rain is keeping people out, though, for the most part. And as you make your way towards the Prince Division, you see Lucy down the hall, currently waiting outside of the door,
Oh,
clutching
great.
what appears to be a pile of papers and seemingly looking down at the floor, 1,000 yards staring.
Does she look frantic?
Her lips are pursed. She doesn't look frantic. She looks like, kind of.
Well, thankfully we don't need to talk to her.
Lucy, we're home.
Oh Christ!
Hi. As you guys approach, and at this point, you hear shouting, like muffled yelling, coming
Here.
from your office.
I'm going in the office.
You're up to the door.
No. You guys hear it at this point, and as you make your way up to the door slams open, and you see Roche looking ready to kill someone. And you see leaving the office a very well-to-do officer with kind of like, nicely trimmed brown hair, clutching his hat under the crook of his arm, wearing full uniform. And you can tell by the uniform that he is also a captain as well. And as he kind of steps out and almost runs into you, Brian, he turns back towards your captain and goes, "Well, your people are back, so you may continue with your next work. Good evening." And he steps past and makes his way down the hallway. And you see Roche looking like his face is just pursed and angry. And he looks at the rest of you and goes, "Get in here. Now!"
Brian's
limp
walking in.
Going
All right,
in.
you guys. Tannis. He kind of sighs relief and sits down at the desk.
Captain.
You're the best news I've gotten in a long time. I'm glad to see you okay.
It's good to be back, sir. And thank you. I heard you played no small part in keeping me safe.
Could have kept you safer. You watch as he pours himself a coffee.
That was my fault.
No, there's no place for blame here. Not right now. Not in this moment. The Medusa.
Yeah, Durza managed to get a message to me when we were out in the Demon Devil Ward area for Tannis. Said a white dragon busted in and smashed her, and then, I don't know, didn't get all of it.
Son of a bitch! You watch as he just kind of slams down his coffee mug and kind of puts his elbow on the desk and rubs the temples of his head.
We have the computer, and we still have those 2 boys.
No, we don't.
What?
He turns over and looks up at you. The 2 boys were just handed over to the Vice Division of the Central Ward by Captain Brunswick.
What? Why?
That's what I want to know, but I'm not getting answers.
Oh, no.
I think you know where I'm going, don't you?
The reason we needed to speak with you, Captain, is because the tower is recruiting in force.
Not just recruiting in force. He's getting his thumb stuck in every single pie in this city.
You mean the police sent the Central Ward too?
And here, too. He kind of looks side to side. We have a rat in the police division. And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
The rats.
There's some rats.
Hey, we had a rat too. Wererats, they were nice.
That is the end of the session.
Fuck.
There's
Bye,
gonna be a lot of
Austin.
there's gonna be a lot of dialogue next
Austin.
session.
This is episode 41.
41. Wow.
40 win.
21.
Man, my mother lit a candle and I can still smell it. It's coming through the walls, man. This is my first Prince Division saved on my new SSD.
Oh. It's 41, you said, right?
Yep.
Not Tabnis, not Tanois.
At this
There we
point,
go.
I'm kind of imagining that the big meeting between everyone is going to break into a war.
I have other thoughts. Like, I'm worried.
I mean, there's a bigger threat. Some dude just swoops in, starts collecting gangs, and is now a giant force on top of being, you know, the tower. So
Yeah,
I
who's to say
hope
some of
they
the
can set aside their
ancients-
differences.
No, who's to say some of the ancients won't side with him so they keep their positions?
Ah, fuck.
I mean, my word.
Can they coexist?
I'm afraid to say this in front of Monty because it's like, Monty is the danger here, isn't she?
I won't change anything. Things are in motion and I can't change them as I please.
All I'm saying is this is like the perfect kind of scenario for like all the big powers to be together and maybe their towers aren't properly protected, and since they're all here, they send people into their areas. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, mass collection.
Slightly worried. Like I can see that happening.
You
Well,
might get best of both worlds. Tower might show up at the meeting, while his cronies are getting the princes and princesses.
Too, like Maleficent.
Mhm.
Just a Maleficent.
either way, we'll find out what happens next time on the Prince Division. But in the meanwhile, we should do our outros. Arcolf, where can they find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Arcolf, where I stream when I can. On Mondays, you can find me on twitch.tv/Colonel Cheru, where I play the world's strongest martial artist high school girl and Satan. And then again on Thursdays on Colonel Cheru's channel, where I play Viro Tanis I'm Dried, an artificer who keeps the party stocked. And then every other Saturday, you can find me as Khel Zouren, talking to cars and being silly. Here for the Prince Division.
Woo! Excellent. That'll take us down to Bosco. Where can they find you? Ah. Sarah, where can they find you?
I'm on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E, Willia. Same as usual.
All right. Monty, where can they find you?
You can find me at Montyglue on Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/Montyglue. Maybe streaming tomorrow. It depends on how I feel. Tuesday, I will be part of a D&D stream over at Brett Ultimus's channel, and there's going to be a lot of Pokemon. So if you like Pokemon, you like Nuzlocke, definitely check it out, because I like Pokemon. Thank you.
Yeah. And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be playing more of the Banner Saga. Also, be sure to check out Dead House Sonata, action RPG replays of the Defight the Living. And also check out my DM's Guild, where I release 5th edition subclasses, including the Path of the Rampage Barbarian, which should be happening sometime later in the month. Pretty soon here, actually. And of course, we have to thank our wonderful sponsors for this evening's escapades. Die Hard Dice. Yes. For all of your dice and dice accessories for the holidays, I strongly urge you to pick up some quality stuff over at dieharddice.com. Use the code Unexpectable to save 15% on your order at dieharddice.com from now through December 20th. Now's the perfect time to pick up a holiday gift for the tabletop lover in your life.
And now is
Also,
the time. Definitely order now.
I suppose we should switch over to the
Oh, I should.
yeah.
There you go. I apologize.
That is perfectly all right. And with that out of the way, it is time for some bits and subs.
Constable Mutton's the last one.
Constable Mutton, thank you so much. Constable Mutton, thank you for the 50 bits. Sarah, I've reached a point in Shin Megami Tensei where my top demons are all voiced by you. Pretty trippy every battle so far.
Yay. Hope it's not too difficult.
Ooh, hurts pretty hard. Volk551, thank you for the bit. Best thing from Dragon Age, in my book, is Murder Knife. Dread Hunter 335, thank you for the 400 bits. Hey guys, love Mass Effect and Dragon Age. Finished the main story of Dragon Age 1 as the castless dwarf. What about you guys?
I was boring human lady.
I was also a human.
I was one of the indentured elves.
What was this one?
Dragon Age 1, Dragon Age Origins.
I haven't played it.
Grey Wolf.
I just know of the Bowl Man.
Yeah. That's numero trace.
They also have one of my favorite voice actors of all time, Simon Templeman, in it.
Oh, yes. Fucking asshole.
Ah, yes. He plays, who does he play?
Lugane.
What's his name? Oh, yes.
Or Loghain, sorry.
Taron Loghain.
Yeah, fucking dickhead.
Oh God, I remember. Yeah. Oh.
And what? Hello, it is me. That boy.
That's
so-
boy. Do
it's
you
been
remember
so
when I
long.
killed your king?
Oh God, that fucking guy. Oh my
And
God.
then at
that
the end, he
part-
was like, I only did what I had to. I was like, no, fuck it, you die. You go to hell and you die.
I
Go to hell and you
hate it.
die.
If you ever wonder why I hate political shit, is when I had to decide what everything was. Like, they're just like, what are we gonna do about everything? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm not a manager. And they're like, we'll decide. What's gonna happen to the kingdom? And if you make the choice you think is correct, well, guess what? Surprise, it wasn't. And now all the orphans are burning. And I'm like, I hate this game sometimes.
Monty, why did you burn the orphans?
Because it's like that game, okay, I love Dragon Age 1, but that game suffers a lot from the Glassum situation where they present to you options and one of them looks like it's the good option. And then in the background, it actually isn't. They don't give you all the context. You actually pick the one where you're actually a terrible person by
Well,
accident.
how do you know? What if there is no good context? What if they all suck?
I know. That's the thing I don't like.
That's kind of the thing
this
about
game.
life. Is sometimes it's the least sucky, not the best.
Thanks.
Like, you might have burned the orphans, but it's better than burning the world.
Taron Loghain, go back to being Cain in the Legacy of Cain.
Or go back to Cain. Or go back to being Doctor Doom, he's so good.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
He's
I
Doctor
could gush
Doom,
for-
and that's like my favorite role he's ever done.
I could gush for hours, but
Yeah.
If you love this guy so much, why don't you just bury him?
I would, but I don't think he's gay.
Because he's married, I think.
Ah, fuck, even worse. Well, no. Just because there's a goalie, you could still score, but...
That's Thero's joke.
Aha!
Ace Bounty, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Bosco, I played the first and second Dragon Age. I tried Inquisition, but it's a bit screwy on PS4.
Is it? I don't know. I played it on Xbox, so I don't know how it is on PS4.
I tried to play it on PC, but then I had to deal with Origin and immediately stopped playing because I had to deal with Origin.
Aw.
Kale Ward, thank you for the 100 bits. Tannis, you were stoned for almost 2 straight months. We have self-driving cars now.
Oh, shit.
Burnout Vaughn,
Yeah,
thank you
where's
for the
my
100 bits.
hoverboards, bitch?
Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. Fucking hell, Bryant, go to therapy already.
Hey. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody,
Nobody
got
time for that. Bell X, thank you for the 19 months. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the additional 100 bits. Remember, Timmy, keep a low profile. Timmy begins lowrider bouncing.
Jimmer!
Who put hydraulics in the police car?
I plead the fifth. Timmy, what
Technically, it was an
sounds like I
elephant.
do.
Ask the elephant. He put it in.
Faceless 42, thank you for the 41 bits. Timmy's voice is perfect. Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 100 bits. Thanks for the show. I needed the entertainment. Been doing reviews for the live-action Cowboy Bebop and Arcane. I need to watch something without any weird casting and acting choices. Yeah, I've been hearing some not great things about the Cowboy Bebop live-action thing.
I saw one clip and went, really? It's where they're
Yeah.
It's where they're like sitting at
The
the
cheesy
restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the bidet thing?
Yeah, the bidet joke. I'm like, really?
Jet-
This is what we're doing?
Jet starts going on about bidets and how much he loves them.
And I'm like, I'm not. No.
And then he's like, "You wash your feet with them, right?" And
It's like,
yeah.
no.
It's a little weird. Fooly Cooly 9000, thank you for the 100 bits. Glad we're keeping Timmy, even if he isn't the Vespa anymore. Also, Monty, I know about how you're using Arcana, and I am here for it.
I don't know if that's a reference to something, but I don't know.
I think they're talking about the Arcana skill.
Like with
Oh,
technology
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Or they might be talking about tarot. Like the tarot cards.
Oh, that is also
They're called
true.
the Arcana.
Oh. I don't know. Whatever you're saying, correct. Thank you.
That is true. Fantastic, Callum. Thank you for the 100 bits. I can't believe your police car turned into freaking Putt Putt. Yeah!
Oh, hell yeah, Putt Putt.
I'm Putt Putt. And this is my dog. I forget his name. But here he is.
Wow, I can't believe you forgot the name
This
of
is
Putt
my
Putt's dog.
This is
You're
my
not a
dog,
true Putt
Mr.
Putt fan.
Pringer Pants, the most cutest doggy in the world.
Reach
Magical
with your
secret
real
powers
putter.
revealed to me.
There are worse kind of cars you could get from a side quest.
Listen. I enjoyed Putt Putt, but I was a Pajama Sam guy.
I was more Freddy Fish.
You know, all of those games are available on Steam now. It's nuts.
Yeah, they're just as awful as I remember they are.
I was more NBA Jam, am I right?
Whoa! Those games were great. And I will not
tinted goggles on you there,
I
bud.
will not suffer this slander.
We had no money,
Can't.
and I had the demo disc, and I could only play to a certain point in all those games.
Oh yeah. Stellar Coyote, thank you for the Zenlita, thank you for the 200 bits. My only regret is that Dalcom and Tannis never got to me. I imagine their conversation would be very interesting. Hey, you're that Tannis guy. People talk about you a lot. Yeah.
Okay, you have a good day.
So you got a kid. Yeah. All right.
We need beer.
Can you make all your characters not get along with all your other characters?
Just Wolfgang.
Oh, okay. Because Wolfgang gets along with no one.
Fuck. Bloody dwarf.
Bloody dwarf.
Bloody dwarf.
Bloody
I'm Wolfgang
dwarf.
now. I'm
Fucking
bloody
potatoes
Wolfgang
and
now.
dwarves.
My son's a werewolf.
Hey, fuck your son.
No. No. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 5 bits. I wasn't ready for that, Monty. Holy shit, that was amazing. Happy we didn't end on that before Halloween. Also, Bosco, 2 things. 1, I forgive you for being the middleman because of that scene with Tannis. And 2, how much of a brat can I be to you? Just want to know.
As much as you want, as long as it's appropriate and you follow the rules.
That is true. That is true. Did I miss one? Gauss21, thank you for the 7 bits. If you remove the tower's face, you will see Wilson Fisk, Kingpin from Marvel.
Jesus Christ.
He's just staring at a wall.
Hey, Wolfgang, let's talk about your kids. I don't give a shit about your kids.
One sweet girl, thank you for the 100 bits. Great first session back. Yeah. I love the Prince Division. It's very
I
fun.
do too. Thanks for sticking with it, guys. It was...
Woo! Yeah.
This is kind of like a weird transitional episode, so.
Oh yeah, we're switching from. We're not necessarily going to the next case yet, I don't think, but we're.
Give me a lot of role play, and I'm here for it.
It's
Oh,
tense.
yeah.
It's tense downtime. A lot of
Magic
talking.
Ninjago, 10 years of Spin Jitsu. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hype Train. By the way, did anyone see the eclipse last night? I did.
It was gorgeous.
It was really cool.
Blood moon, baby.
Blood moon.
And a beaver moon.
And a beaver moon. Where the beavers turn into werebeavers.
Ah, shit.
Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the additional 100 bits. So, an unknown number of captains and officers compromised. Who's going to get the post division on their side and win?
Wait, what if the postal division's been compromised?
Then we're taking them out.
Oh God! Whoever gets the postal division
Po-
wins.
Postal division. We think there might be some moles in the force, and also there's a whole thing going on. What will you do? Does it involve the mail? No, and they close the door.
Ka-chunk.
I heard the tower's stealing mailboxes.
Doesn't use stamps properly.
Wish I had my soundboard so I could just play that 1 second of Ultimate Battle. Just a... Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 420 bits. The Prince division never used the copy machine. And with that, I think we're ready to roll out.
Alrighty, who do we want to raid?
Transform and roll out.
Roll survival.
I have-
Draco and Theropod.
Yeah, I say Draco and Theropod are live right now.
Also, my buddy Zako is streaming Gundam.
Oh yeah, he is.
Ooh.
I don't think we've raided Zako, do I?
You've never raided Zako before. He's a good
let's raid
bean.
that. Could you send me their name? Because I know it's typed differently.
Yeah. It's not with a U, it's with an O. In the chat.
In general, please.
In general, got it. Copy that. All right, there it is.
All right. Oh God. Is it just that together?
Correct.
Cool. All right. What will our raid message be?
Gundam's all caps.
Gundam.
Gundams!
Dutch Gundam is my favorite Gundam.
Tequila Gundam is best Gundam.
All right.
Fight!
Gundams!
Gundam. Gundam. Gun.